This is recorded before a live studio audience.
That's good. You're doing good.
Sorry. Welcome to Grown Man Record Night, and that is officially at least the 300th time I have said that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 300 times.
Are you kidding me, man?
Welcome to Grown Man.
Whoa, wait a minute. What am I doing over here?
Yeah. Steve did
This is weird.
We did a flip switch.
Flip
Four
switch.
shot. This is the first time we've ever done a 4-shot for the 300th episodes.
I'm near your kitchen.
Thanks everybody for joining us live. I see Farley's in here. We got AZ Mix in here. Kurt's
Who?
in here.
Me?
John's in here. Dude, we got big time business going on, man.
Is it Billy business?
It's big time Billy business.
Good.
Most importantly, for the 300th episode of the night. This is the 300th time we've done this tonight.
Well, we started early
No,
tonight.
We did start early.
We did actually start before the sun went down, so it
We
wasn't
did.
technically tonight yet.
But for the 300th episode, special guest this evening.
Joey Fontaine.
OG, original guest. Cameraman. Not seen cameraman in a while. Carl the Envelope. A long time fan favorite.
And he will be doing the Carl drink.
Yeah. For real.
Maybe.
Maybe hell, Carl.
He will do it. He'll show us the canteen drink.
Let me tell you what, man. This has been a long process.
Hey, can I bring your mic up a little bit?
My mic? No.
Okay.
I'll take care of it.
I mean, mine's crisper than shit. Mine's
Yeah, yours is crisp.
You're on the law.
We're doing a little different audio configuration.
Check your microphones.
Carl
It's a
said,
challenge. There's 5 people. There's 4 people up here.
but we wanted to do this big fat ass 4-shot for this special occasion for you folks. Because let me tell you, the biggest deal about doing this record program over what ended up being, we started this in 2012, I think it was.
You started this a
You
year,
started this.
2 years before it ever went live.
Yeah.
You just did this on your own every Friday.
Well, I think
Records.
I think it was Sweet Tea, and you
years.
decided because you and Sweet Tea both don't like to leave the house, and
How it started originally, when I started myself, I was like, I told this girl at work, who some of you guys later know as Sweet Tea.
she handles all of our chip chat,
She handles our chip sheet.
Excel spreadsheet.
For years, she's done this. But originally, I said, hey, me and my roommate, we get together on Friday nights.
Roomies. Oh, they call us roomies.
Roomies.
Yeah.
What?
We get together on Friday nights, and we listen to
Whose
records
girl?
and
His?
hang out and drink and stuff. And she was like,
Usually
"Oh."
beers and liquors.
Yeah,
and-
both
yeah.
of those mostly, and Smeal mainly.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
I smell mainly every chance I get.
But I was like, yeah, it's really cool. She's like, oh my god, that sounds so awesome. She's like, I'd love to come hang out with you guys, but I'll
Never do that.
I'll never do that.
No, she has though.
because she's like us. That,
But she has actually done
yeah,
it.
but she's not one to leave the house, and neither were we. And I remember us sitting here playing records, and it's like, man, there has got to be a way for us to
Make this more important.
no, to broadcast what we're doing
It also made it more important.
across the internet. Give Sweet Tea a link, and just she can kind of like hang out with us.
Well, and
And we, after doing some Googling and figuring some stuff out, figured out that we could do this through a site called Ustream.
On your phone.
Yeah.
On your original iPhone, like
So
the first one.
I took my iPhone
Your iPhone 3?
3G, 3GS.
So the second iPhone.
You took a coat hanger, bent it into a little stand, and I set my iPhone up on the actual turntable. And I remember sending her a link and saying, "Hey, check it out. You can see what we're playing."
You can see the records.
So it all
around.
started
cool.
with her just wanting to just see what we're playing on our record player, and then
And it made us feel important.
it made us feel important.
There is that.
Delusions of grandeur.
Oh, absolutely.
And so in the process of this, we started doing this kind of every week. It became like a thing. And in the middle of this, randos on Ustream started popping into like chat and shit like that. And the first person I ever met was Sean0612 on YouTube,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you may know him as DJ Sean NJ. DJ from New Jersey, who we
I've been through New Jersey.
randomly happened upon us in the Ustream thing. And
Did you know that the last Cracker Barrel you can hit if you're traveling north is in New Jersey?
Don't care for New Jersey.
It's the last Cracker Barrel
Carl?
you can hit. It really is. Because I, when I'm on the highway, I look for a Cracker
New
Barrel.
Jersey's like the flavoring capital of the country.
Southern New
this
Jersey.
is already derailed.
Yay.
Right after you get on the turnpike, like maybe 15 miles into the turnpike, there's a Cracker Barrel off to the right, and that's the last one until you come back down south.
I could be a bit louder, Bill. Nobody's ever told me that before.
I told you.
Yeah, I
I'd
can
turn
be a
it
bit
up.
louder.
Carl,
No.
I'll take care of this.
Controversial Carl.
You don't need mics on the mixer turned up.
Controversial Carl. We're saying.
Controversial.
Anyway,
Carl's
keep moving.
okay.
Anyway,
Very
we started doing this
controversial.
thing. Sean popped in. He said, "Hey, go check out my YouTube channel." I was like, "Oh shit, YouTube, sure." And he had these like videos about vinyl and shit on his YouTube. And I realized it's the first time I thought YouTube was full of haters and fucking trolls and shit like
No,
that.
it's full of influencers.
Yeah, mostly.
Well, that's what they call themselves.
But it was the first like cool guy I ran
Saw
into
on YouTube.
doing
Your
this.
smoker's nearing 400.
What, Jay? Is it really?
No.
Back
Bring
it
that
down.
temperature down, bro.
Close the vents.
Tell Eddie.
We got
Close
a
the
butt. We got
vents.
a butt on the
Smoking a butt.
smoking a butt. So anyway,
You have
we
to make sure you do that correctly.
through this process of finding Sean made us some graphics early on. We started finding people he said, check out, there's videos from guys in the vinyl community. And I'm like, what the hell is a vinyl community? And that's how this all started. And then, of course, realizing like, I like seeing myself on camera and being stupid and doing things, That's where,
Getting drunk
hey,
on the
hey,
internet.
hey.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean,
No, nothing wrong with that.
Lots of people getting drunk on the internet.
And we wish, seriously though, tonight,
You whoosh.
seriously, I said seriously,
Okay, you're right.
Seriously?
we wish Bossman and Kimmy were here with us tonight.
Yeah.
They
I was
moved
so
away.
hoping they'd show up by surprise.
He's working on a
He's
project.
working on a
'Cause-
thing.
He's
Yeah.
telling a story about peanuts or something.
Yeah. So I talked to him the other night, but he wishes us well and wishes he could be here too. But
The peanut.
big part of what we do here, and speaking of that, it's the people that we've met down the line. I mean, from early on, like Sean, who I still talk to, consider a friend. These became not only just mofos that you meet online and talk shit with, but like friends, like legit friends. But I have to say, there's a core group of people, and lots of people. Zeke the Vinyl Geek, Bill's Box of Sound join us now. Some of these new people that are coming in here. But there's some people like Shane, Rocky, Brohammer. I don't want to name all these people. Metal Theologian, Liver Lobes, Scotty Stricknon from time to time.
Lisa Loeb.
People that have all the time
Dixieland.
joined us here live, which is a certain. I remember when I worked in news, man.
Brzezinski.
Chris
All
Brzezinski,
have
DJ
jalapeno in it?
TJ Thunder.
but they don't join us live every
No.
week. I love them. I love them like
well,
brothers. And there's nothing wrong. Like Greeno. Greeno's not going to stay up late and watch us live. I don't blame him. What the hell ever. He watches on YouTube. Cool. Zeke's the same way. He
Yeah,
told me.
live's really late.
Yeah, he told me before. He's like, dude, I can't. I'm old. I can't.
I've seen Brzezinski a number of times live though,
But then he dips out.
and that's
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
but-
Horses don't know there's a show on.
Of course. But the point of this,
Of course.
Of
Did you say
all these
horses?
people
Horses,
that
yeah.
join us throughout the course of all this and
Horse
watch us
farm.
on YouTube and
They,
stuff,
why would they know there's
these
they
people that
could
join
they?
us live is a special thing, and a special shout out to Shane Rocky. Because let me tell you what, man. When I was in news, and I would come home, and I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I've been standing in the rain doing bullshit all day long.
Standing
I don't want to do a
in
fucking
the
show.
rain.
We're not doing a show. I'm tired. I don't care. I come home.
Standing
I
in
get
the
a
rain.
liquor drink in me, and I'm like, you know
Standing in the
what? I
rain.
think I want to hear some records.
Standing in the rain.
Put on some records.
Put on the
Screw it,
in the
man.
rain.
Let's do the show. Now put the show on. But I mean, ain't nobody watching.
You tried that?
5-10 minutes
You
later,
had some?
Shane pops up.
Have you
What's
tried
up,
it?
man? And all of a sudden, everything is different.
takes on new importance.
Everything is different. And people have been there for different times of this whole thing. Shane is there every fucking time. No matter what, he's there.
You just got
He's the cat when we
Got what?
go live.
you just got serious.
He's there.
Yeah, he's been serious like
Hey,
20,
he's there.
20 minutes right
Hey,
now.
your audio
I hadn't
sucks.
seen one video yet.
Steve's mic is crazy loud. Shut up, Steve.
What am I supposed to do?
No, turn this down.
Check your microphone.
What am I supposed to do?
It's hard to balance. You can turn 2 down over there if you want.
If you turn mine way down, you're probably good.
If you get really close, it can be too loud.
No. Cameron. Sorry.
Maybe this one ought to be over there as an
Everybody can be louder
omnidirectional.
than Fever. Turn 2 down.
I'm saying is use this one as an omnidirectional.
No. You're good. Just turn 2 down. I'll balance it over here.
2, 1, 2.
But anyway, not to get all fucking corny and shit, but that's
Well, you already did that, dude.
I
Too
know.
late, bro.
I know.
You missed that boat. You missed the uncorny boat.
The good thing is I don't have much to say.
But all those people that join us live, that's a special thing. There's something about, and that's when we first started doing this. It's not that we're doing videos. It's not that we're doing a thing. It's that we're doing this thing live.
For you,
Hanging out,
so you don't have to.
playing records,
it holds
having
this-
fun,
it holds
and
a
inviting
certain-
y'all to join us.
Gravitas doing it live. It's a certain thing. But this
Well, that tobacco smells funny.
It's better.
But this also does not come easy. A lot goes into making this show. Let's take a quick look at what really goes into putting the show together every week.
Got some behind the scenes or something?
I do.
Takes at least a case of beer.
The magic begins in the wee hours of the morning. But as soon as they hear that whistle blow, it's time to get to work. And it all starts with a great script. The crew begin their checks. First and foremost, audio. And remember, Grown Man Record Night is an equal opportunity employer. It's safety first on the set. Nice hard hat. Get the lighting just right. As the crew does one last test, talent makes their way to the set and takes a look at script revisions in the rundown. Oh, but we can't forget one more audio check, just to be sure. It's time. Lights, camera, action. But, as the saying goes, the show must go on. So sit back and enjoy.
Is that how you wanted me to voice that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, welcome back. Yeah, you can just see from that.
Was that really how it works?
I mean,
That is behind the scenes.
pretty
For
much.
sure.
you got cranes and stuff
And on your damn business,
in a
where we got
soundstage.
cranes. Where's your cranes?
Soundstage. You're
Let's-
on
This
it.
place doesn't look near as big, but I'm sure it is, right?
But anyway.
It always looks bigger on camera.
So from those early days when we were doing this just for bullshit and just for a chick at work, somehow I think it was the Oscars, Steve.
Oh, you talking about me? Sorry, I was just monitoring.
I
the
think
signal.
that's the first time that you showed up over here was every year your wife kicks you out for the.
Yeah,
she
every
throws an
year
Oscar
when the
party.
Oscars happen, I'm not allowed to come home. So I decided to come over here because I figured we could. I know you had this like record thing going on.
Sure.
And I have a bunch of records, but the funny thing is, and I don't know if I told you this, but before I started coming over here,
You checked me out. Through
I
the FBI?
had a lot of vinyl from my college days and my high school days, like anything from the Beatles, my parents' Neil Diamond Beatles records, to my Pink Floyd records and shit I had in college.
Would you say that you had stopped collecting?
I stopped.
In all honesty.
Well, here's the kicker. I had a little space downstairs where I had like my man cave. All my vinyl sleeves were on the ceiling.
Well,
And I
that's
had
right,
pulled
yeah.
all my records and I'd stacked. They were safe. They were in separate things, but all my vinyl was just, all my cases, they have holes in the corner and they're pinned up in the fucking ceiling.
Wow.
And so, that totally changed once I started coming over here and like spinning records. Like,
Yeah.
I forgot how much I love listening to my vinyl records. So that's what it
So
was.
it kinda
That's
came-
what it was all about.
I remember I went on a lunch break and I went and picked up some records at Goodwill and I came back. It was a break record. I had a bunch of breaks on it, like hip hop breaks, and some other weird like sound effect record. And you were like, "Let me see those." And you like got them. He's like, "Yeah, I got a bunch of records at the house." And it was just got that. I remember that. It was like very specific, and I was just like, it kind of, it kind of I could tell everything kind of started there. But so you came over on that Oscar night.
Yeah.
And I don't know what was your impression of the record night at that point?
I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, it was it was edgy and kind of raw, and it's
we're edgy,
it's
baby.
still raw to a point, And I think as often as we've done it, we kind of get on ourselves for not making it perfect, but it's still
That's a
it's
lot of
still
things.
just as edgy as it ever was.
It's funny for the and that was something I missed early on in the program. I wanted to say is that last week maybe we lost maybe a subscription or two.
Are you gonna go there?
No. But that
We're
came
gonna
from
revisit
that. Some terrific shout outs from Chris and from Rob and from Randy. And then later this week, Bill's Box of Sound gave us a terrific video. Great shout out. And our numbers jumped tremendously. Even from the few that we lost last week.
And if you're on the fence, just go ahead and fall off of it.
Jesus spews the lukewarm from his mouth.
And
another barbed wire.
and
around
it-
here.
right.
you know what?
All right.
He makes the rainbows.
Don't go there.
But from Bill's plug this week, we were trying to get to 500 subscriptions by 300 episodes, and we got to 363, I believe, before we started tonight. That's pretty GD close. I remember
That's not that close.
Jay and Steve. No, we were at 3 something.
That's like a whole boatload of
Wait,
people.
you were at 3 something and you're still at 3
35,
something?
No.
35 people in a
Yeah,
boat.
Still a 30-something.
No, we're
That's a
just
lot of
something.
people.
No, you said 363.
You
We're
said
at 4.
three.
I'm sorry. We're
You said 360.
all right.
Are we arguing?
Let's everybody talk at the same fucking time one time.
The
Wait,
one
wait.
thing you said you didn't want to
That's
happen.
one thing I said.
I will separate you. I will.
All right. So we were at 3 something, and I said, "Hey, how about if we get to 500 before 300?" I think Jay laughed at me.
What?
300. Episode 300. Jay laughed at me. Steve laughed at me, and I was like, "No." But the vinyl community jumped in. It's like, "Hey,
VC.
go check these guys
The
out."
VC.
And we got close. Everybody tried.
Oh, we failed.
God bless you. We got close.
Back to square.
363.
Back
Shane
to
says.
square one.
Maybe we'll have 300.
No, he says 463.
Well,
you
463. I'm sorry.
I think
Why
we
are you
should-
taking
I think
100
we should-
off?
I
I've
think
got a cancer in my neck.
Because earlier you're like, oh, we got to 363, but
I'm having 463.
and I'm like, no,
No,
dude, that's
Matt,
not that
doing
much.
motherfucker.
What if we animated the whole show?
With like characters?
Yeah.
Can I be the round-headed guy?
South Park style.
Nope.
I know.
Nope.
I know. I gotta
Nope.
be the angle guy.
Big guy with the crevice in your
I
head.
gotta be the angle guy.
Ditch head.
All right.
Old ditch head.
Old ditch head.
Cameraman, otherwise known as ditch
Ditch
head.
head.
But it was really cool going back and seeing the first time that Steve came over here.
Oh, man.
And we had a lot of
I was much younger then. I
Yeah.
was much younger then.
and some of those early Grown Man Record Night days are really cool to check out. So
your beard wasn't all white.
It was well.
It was close
It
to.
was just for beards.
just
so.
for me.
Just for bears.
Hey,
I remember
Left
you telling
on,
me about
left
that.
Let's
on a
take a
little
peek.
too long.
Oh, you got
I'm
Go back to it.
You remember when I said I'm going to lead everybody into a fucking video and everybody shut the fuck up as I'm leading everybody into a video? Well, I'm leading us into a video and everybody's going, remember that time where I went over to my aunt's house and we played Nintendo and I was over there? I'm leading us into a fucking video. Here's the best of part
Hey.
1. Fuck!
Funny thing about
This is a new feature. Dig of the week. First of all, thanks everybody for joining us. So we're going to be doing Chip Chat on the regular, man. And we're going to come back with some different things. I got all kinds of things I can say about potato chips. I've been wanting to do this. I wanted to do this as a full-on podcast like 2 years ago and never did. I could spend a whole lot of time talking about potato chips. But anyhow, this is the first little segment of Chip Chat. So stay tuned for more information about potato chips, deals, flavors, all kinds of things going on.
I bought this, I think, in Raleigh, and this was like back in '87. I was out of college, and I came across this record, and it says Pink Floyd on it, and well, what's better than that? So I bought it.
You know, I heard this morning Detroit, Michigan, is they're in trouble. They're in bad financial trouble, and so they're having to avoid bankruptcy. They're having to sell off some of their artwork that they have accrued through the city. So I'm not sure there's. I know they got to do whatever they got to do to get out of bankruptcy, but I'm not sure there's a big market for bum shit smeared on cardboard. We appreciate you joining us and spending your Friday night here on Grown Man Record Night. Like I said, we got a brand new set. Cameraman has spent some time this week working on us a new studio. We got a brand new studio. We got a brand new set. I've got a desk. We can sit down. We can have guests here.
And we have Mangshine.
We have Mangshine here. This is moonshine made with mangoes. According to the laws of the state of North Carolina, intoxication, nirvana, and confusion, I hereby pronounce you married dudes. James has brought this concoction over here, and I want him to hit me to this nasal napalm. I've had it before, but hit me a little bit to this. What is this?
Well, if you like nose hairs, don't eat it.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it pretty much is self-explanatory. Nasal napalm, you eat it, and you start to cry, and your nose explodes, and you can't see things, and you start making irrational decisions. Next thing you know, you're working at Denny's washing lettuce, and then, you know, you're banging the girl with the fry cook, and everybody says she's retarded, but them titties ain't retarded. I'll tell you that.
Oh, man. That is so damn great to go back and take a look at that. It's really, and stay tuned. We got some more shit coming your way. That is so freaking cool.
Makes me feel.
So out of all those guests, beyond the guest, along that way, where's Jay at?
Where's Jay?
Where is Jay?
I think he's making sure the butt's good.
Yeah, we got a butt on the smoker out there for 300. But you know, it's funny because in this process, you know, we brought a lot of guests over. Carl came over.
Hey.
Go get Jay.
Yeah, and tell us about Carl when you came in. We still hung out. You live a ways away, but we've still hung out since freaking high school. We still
we've always hung out.
Yeah, routinely
since middle school.
But
Yeah.
I'm like routinely, we still get together. You know,
Since middle school.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because Carl had that party in middle school, and I wasn't invited.
yeah, Nintendo party.
Because I didn't have a Nintendo.
But
I'm kind of a dick.
I never. No, I was Andy Kaufman.
So yeah, man, we've always hung out. We always been chilling. You told me about the whole record thing. It's like, damn, that's cool. I got a few records. My dad's always been into vinyl real big, so I've got an appreciation for it. Grew up with it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh yeah, your dad was a DJ,
Shit.
a beats
Yeah,
music
yeah.
DJ. Yeah.
back when it was Beach 1065 out of Charlotte.
Yeah.
Or out of Salisbury, I think.
Salisbury.
Salisbury.
Yep.
Anyway.
So
always been in the music, always been in some records, had a few. Mike told me he had a show going. We got a vape out going on over here.
I can't do that.
Neither one of you fuckers got weed in them.
Y'all are stupid.
So anyway, Carl, you came up here and checked it out. Like what'd you think about the show, the whole idea?
Oh, I thought it was great, man. I thought it was a real good time. Just, play records, man. Maybe put it out online. Maybe a few people enjoy it. Get a couple more people digging out some grooves. Spend different stuff. Share different music with people.
Yeah, it's been really cool, man. And for me,
great,
it really
man.
took over when I stopped playing music out live, like playing in bands and shit.
Yeah.
This kind of took over where that left off.
Right.
Which is
I
really
can
cool.
see that, man.
Herkimer asked what happened to the icy lamp. Unfortunately, bro, I've got pieces of it over here, but my cat is a freaking asshole and it just tore it out.
Actually, I made the comment when you were playing that last video.
Cat's an asshole.
That was back when the icy thing was still existing. Because it sat right there on top of that speaker.
Yeah.
And then the cat.
Unfortunately, man.
One of the cats.
That cat has messed up more things than normal, but it was cool, like bringing Carl in, who we chilled with anyway, and then bring up and became part of record night, brought cool records and stuff, and
got into collecting myself, and Mike kind of actually got it going for me. Like, I had a few, but I wasn't really into collecting, and then got to hanging with Mike and the show and everything, and
we got hats.
Yeah,
all
everybody's
hats.
got
National Hat Day.
And you know what's interesting,
Hat game.
Carl? It's what a lot of people probably don't know, especially some of the new people.
Mine's a cap.
And of all the people that we've thanked for coming in, that's been with us forever, and staying with us on the live streams and watching YouTube videos, we have new subscribers that have joined us this week. So this could be the first freaking episode for
a lot
you've
of
ever
people.
seen in for a lot of people.
And
in
you know
your life.
who I want to thank especially?
Welcome to the show.
I mean, being who I am and what I am, like Joseph A. Bank. Thank you for being there.
Never try to get your check cashed there though.
And no, that's not a real a money bank.
But anyway, what people may not know is that Carl, Jay, and myself, we all of us right here went to high school together. But Carl and Jay and myself were in the very first high school band,
Pork Chop,
called Pork Chop. So
Pork Chop.
I was a guitar player, songwriter. Jay was the drummer. Carl was the bass player. and
Hey,
we all
I did
jammed
the
together.
sound every now and then.
We're missing one member here tonight.
That's
Wish he could be here. Dwayne, he's been on the show.
That's true.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
been here.
we're missing.
But
missing a member tonight.
Always kept in touch with Carl. There was a few years where Jay kind of dropped out of the loop and got married. And all shit. I didn't see Jay or whatever. And then Jay sent me a message. He said, "Hey, are you doing a show about vinyl records?" So
Yeah, I had just moved home from Kentucky. I was living out there in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
And I moved home. And I think Dwayne, who we were just talking about, told me, "Hey, you like records? Like,
Yeah.
Mike,
you were already collecting records.
Mike does. Yeah. I had started buying them probably 6 months to a year earlier. I maybe had 100 records in my collection when I started coming. Probably less, but.
What's up, Bo? Thanks for joining us, man.
But
Bo's dead.
He says when does Tully Blanchard put the TV title on the line?
we just watched.
Hey, I'm the TV champ, bro.
We just watched
No, dude, he's
the
got the
best
TV
of
belt,
Starcade
for real.
in the Atari Alco before the show started in that match.
That's exactly right.
Tully
bro.
Blanchard versus. It's the I Quit match. Tully Blanchard versus Magnum TA
83?
from '85.
Reverend
85,
Gillibrand.
Starcade.
Yeah, we
were
were
just
watching
watching
that. Anyway, so yeah, like somebody told me like Mike's got a show, you should check out, and so I sent him a message, and I was come over here expecting to see this like grand setup, with a studio audience and everything. And I walked in and it was just a room and a camera.
Yeah. Well,
And-
don't give it away, Jay.
It's like a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
and
is a
so I was like, it was a big letdown.
Cold room
It's
and a
pronounced
hot tent.
colonoscopy.
if you Google virtual zoo, this comes up. Virtual zoo,
This comes up.
virtual zoo,
A picture of the four of us.
virtual zoo.
It's us.
So like,
No, I'm not pushing.
No, this guy.
so yeah.
Is there a segue involved here?
No.
This says there's a bot talking to you.
Yeah, I got
A
bots in there,
Nightbot.
bro.
There's a
Nightbot?
bot.
Is it Nightbot?
Yeah, Nightbot. Hey,
Deathbot?
Oh, you know what my favorite thing to do to my wife is? I say,
you're getting married.
I say, bot a lot. Dude. You remember bot?
Does she like
Instead
that?
of what? If somebody says something, you go, bot, bot.
I will say,
What,
She
what
loves
does she
that.
think?
Bot.
She thinks
of
it's
that?
so funny.
listen, the last couple of weeks, I know for a fact,
Bot,
Nightbot
bot.
has been giving Deadwax trouble in the chat.
Oh,
There's
what?
been a little beef going on. So you know what I did? I took care of that shit. I went into Nightbot and alleviated all of those problems.
Did you rough them up?
So
Did you rough them up?
there's none of that. I don't care for Nightbot coming in here and bossing
Resort to
motherfuckers around.
violence on
That's not what
Nightbot?
we're about. So Deadwax can spam symbols in all caps and whatever he wants to do, and Nightbot should not give you beef.
Record
'cause I
album
went in
cover.
there and
Okay, I honestly have no idea what Nightbot is.
don't worry about it.
I honestly don't care.
That's
Don't worry, it's not a problem anymore.
That's long.
Yeah.
Not even close. We're not even close. So anyway,
So everybody's got a story.
so everybody has a story. We've had so many great guests, especially early on. Had a lot of guests that that's really loud in the microphone. You know how paper
Hey.
rattles? You know what that sounds like in a microphone?
Like, too bad Boss Man couldn't be here tonight, you know?
I know. We're so sad
He's
that
doing those peanut documentaries.
yeah.
Hold on, dude. That might be racial.
What?
Carl,
It wasn't until Carl said so.
Carl until about World War II.
Carl.
Yeah, that's better.
Carl.
I'll take that.
So we wish Boss Man could be here, but anyway, hey, look.
But his hair's in the way.
In addition to all of that, we've had so many unique and different guests, especially early on in the program. Some of these early guests may surprise you. So let's take a moment and reflect on some of these early great guests, which also includes Carl, if I will please,
Ah,
the infamous Carl,
The envelope.
the envelope.
the envelope sip, which has become a absolute meme in the vinyl community. So you guys check this out.
Alright.
Oh wait, no, he's
No.
got a clip of it.
No, please keep talking, everybody.
Meat grease. You like meat grease? Yeah.
Take a steak.
Flip over to should I do it live?
Yeah. Meat
No,
grease always
no,
has a
no,
certain
fuck it, dude. I'll do it live.
flaw to it. So yeah, I wouldn't be mad at any type of meat grease.
Jack is of the video game world fame. Tell everybody what you're most known for, sir.
I worked at Activision for a number of years, and I worked on some giant robot games known as Mech Warrior and Heavy Gear, and I worked at a company in Germany called Crytek, and we did a game called Far Cry and Crisis.
Folks, this is a Grail. Cheers. A,
I hope you
Grail,
like it,
for so to
'cause
speak.
I've talked it up so
Yeah,
much.
here we
I
go.
hope you enjoy it. I really
The
do.
almond smash. We did a little grown man record night tree decoration.
We have to give a shout out to Sweet Tea for that.
Oh, Sweet Tea hooked us up. Now he's back. How's the married life
Oh,
going?
I'll tell you what, brother. We got to push the twin beds together after 10 years.
Listen, I don't like what this. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
There we go.
Oh my.
What's wrong with that?
The hell, lowly worm.
Mm.
I fucking love eating worms.
Sorry, we have bad breaking news this evening. The southeast has been struck with a devastating ice storm. Most of North Carolina is in a state of emergency.
The best part about Grown Man Record Night is it's the best for just snuggling up with your shorty and just doing some Grown Man Record Night, you know?
That's what it is.
Shirts off, beats on. That's how we do it.
I'll tell you what, I'll can Teens Willits. We ain't got a mouth hump each other. All right.
Should I get a variety of straws?
I was going to straight pour going on. Oh, that's terrific. We tried the regular cola version of this. What is that? What the hell is Carl doing? What the hell is Carl doing?
Oh my God,
That was a straight bar. Carl just made this the most awkward YouTube. This is the most awkward YouTube video ever produced.
We're going viral, bitch.
I've seen
That was viral. That was viral.
I've seen those girls eat each other's dookie, and that was more.
Hey,
That
Oh my. Oh. That's a little stronger, I think.
We appreciate you.
Oh man, that's good times right there, man.
Yeah.
That's about as good as it damn gets. If you've ever wondered what the hell that was,
what the Carl is.
Yeah, that's the Carl.
That's the Carl.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Let's see what's else on the list here.
The Carl.
That kind of takes us to now. Look, let's do us a shot here.
Yeah,
this is some good old.
It brings us into the middle segment.
Carl exclaimed.
Goddamn right.
You know, we normally do all the sponsors we've had over the years. Mitchum, who has been just a stalwart and our first major sponsor.
Can I see that for a second?
Sure.
Do they ever send you any products?
I can't get into that, Carl. We had a situation last week that it was a phone call. Anyway,
You got a cease and desist.
Mitchum has been very supportive.
As far as they know.
Oh, excuse me.
What the hell is that?
That's Mitchum telling you. Cease and desist.
It's bananas. Oh, you're watching. No, I know. I know. No, but well, he said it was.
Well, hey, tell them they know the deal.
Give me a second.
They know the deal.
Give me a second. It's fine though if we just hang up. You hang up. Anyway, we appreciate Mitchum. 10-10-3-2-1. How much you spent on your long distance, Ron?
At least
doesn't matter. Carl?
A Dutch nickel.
Nothing. Doesn't matter. Jay, how much have you spent on long distance nowadays? Shut the fuck up.
10 cents a minute.
It's great.
I will spend more than 10 cents a minute.
I'll take the first shot because I'm probably the most important in the room.
Amen.
I'll take the second shot because I got the most diseases in the room.
Boy.
It's as far as we know.
I ain't got no diseases. Go no goddamn
Third
doctor.
shot because I'm third in line.
He's Carl.
All right.
That's really good.
Now look, we've been working for at least a week to come up with an epic grown man record night playlist. Now, when I say epic playlist, we're not talking just the best songs in the world. No, especially when we're talking about the jazz and funk part of this playlist. We're talking things that we played to death when we were early on in the show.
Yeah, early days.
Like when it was me and Cameron by ourselves, and our collections were this big.
Something that spits grown man record.
Something that spits grown man record. That's a good way to put that, Jay. I can't believe I'm saying that. I did something right.
Thank you.
On the show. Jesus Christ. Let's just stop this whole thing down. I'm not comfortable with this anymore.
It's really strong in a good way.
What, the liquor?
Makes you mouth feel.
Yeah.
It's not so clean.
It's got sanitizer.
It is just like you're drinking mouthwash.
Liquor.
Rubbing alcohol.
Mouthwash with no flavor in it.
So we did a terrific playlist, starting from jazz through funk,
The brown mystery.
jazz, funk, blues, rock, country.
Some hip hop in there.
Some hip hop in there.
Got some Nas, got some Beastie Boys in there.
Some things that were just straight up. You heard that and you're like, oh yeah.
Oh, we played some Joker's Wild.
Grown Man Record Night. You're like, oh, that's Grown Man Record Night for sure. So, in an epic, what we played. Let's get Fever in here because big part of the.
I was not here for a while.
Not for a while. You can hang out, Jay, if you want for a while.
I'll leave.
I don't care.
And give me a stack. Just give me the first part of that, and we'll start on the first part of that. So, we talked a little bit last week about going back to the old format of doing starting with jazz, going to funk, blah blah blah. That's how we used to do it, and so that's how we ended up doing this playlist. Is started with jazz. I went through all the jazz.
All the jazz.
We've not done through this in a while.
Yeah, no, it's not all the jazz. It's all the jazz you used to have.
Yeah.
Lionel Hampton at the Vibes.
Yeah, that was one of the first big ones.
One of the first. Man, we played the shit out of this dude.
I just picked that record.
Which is one of the first you owned, right?
I just picked up that record like a couple months ago.
You're gonna go through these pretty quick.
Yeah. Okay. It was you and me. We had these. You and me, and that was one of the first ones we had. We were like, damn, who's this guy? What's it about? Yeah. It's funny that like now, in this jazz and jazz section, you're not going to see any Coltrane, any Miles Davis,
in the early stuff.
Any
we wanted that, but we couldn't find it at Goodwill.
We didn't have it. So it was. Now I have that. It would have been easy for me to pull that out.
All of my old records were like $1 or $2 records at Goodwill.
It would have been really easy for me to pull that shit out because those are classic tracks, but it's not classic early Grown Man Record Night tracks. Like Sergio Mendes and Brazil '66, "The Joker Is Me."
That's taco.
But there's good music on those.
Really hit me
But
hard.
the thing is, man, you're pulling out these more obscure jazz records.
Jab
records.
These jab records, all of them.
You're pulling out the more obscure jazz records, but the thing is, every single one of them has solid tracks on it. I mean, really good music.
And it really reinforced one of the early Grown Man Record Night values is don't
good
sleep on
music
for dollar records. You can find it even still. It's harder now.
I used to think
harder now.
It's not hard now. You see that record everywhere.
I used to only concentrate my digging on like
Shane says,
I thought you were getting ready to say something else.
$50 records.
Shane says this is going to be the longest show ever.
Oh,
You're
well,
right, bro. We kind of planned on it.
We found the
2-hour
hits.
show.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why.
Ramsey Lewis.
I got some tape.
We can fix that.
Hang on. Ramsey Lewis, The In Crowd. Classic early. I've picked up 3 copies. I've given a couple away.
Oh yeah.
That's a good bargain.
It's a bargain
record.
Stomper. What a stomper of a record.
Because people don't know what they got.
And that's with Young and Holt are the other two.
That's right. Now you brought
Young
this one
Holt
over
Unlimited
from your collection all the way from Raleigh, but it's something we played
back in the day.
Back in the day.
I bought this at the Goodwill up in Kernersville.
Donald Byrd's Long Green, the Savoy
which was
Sessions.
our honey hole for years, man. I got so many good records.
76, which is later than I
the
thought.
Goodwill in Kernersville.
You got that amp there too.
And I got my Super Nintendo there.
I got my record player there.
It sucks now. I was over there a couple
Never
weeks ago.
fucking been there.
You don't get a more classic Grown Man Record
I
Night
should.
track than Bloop Bleep from Gary McFarland.
Bloop
from the Inside.
Bleep.
I know.
It's the first time I really fell in love with the black and silver, the Verve label.
That's what the
Verve.
That's a Grown Man Record Night purist record.
That's a purist Grown Man Record Night record right there. I mean, that's just, man, that just, woo.
It makes your butthole shiver.
It makes your butthole shiver, Jay. That's right. Fucking right.
There is literally no light over there near the camera.
No.
Near the camera?
There's not. That's all right. That's why we're keeping this moving.
That's right. It's 300, man. You know?
It's 300. What do you want me to do about it?
I don't know.
I mean, Barry Bonds.
Some Mexicans
Hey,
making
Carl.
600.
Carl, inappropriate.
Barry Bonds.
If you lean forward,
Barry Bonds never got to
look at the
300.
TV.
The remarks made during Grown Man Record Night does not necessarily reflect the views
of this channel
Of
or
this
the management.
channel.
or Mitchum.
Or
Dave,
Mitchum.
okay, serious story here. The first time this is one of the 3 copies of this I have. The Dave Brubeck Quartet.
I don't have any copies. Can I have one of yours?
Yeah. The Time Out. It's one of the first records I remember putting on headphones. I really like Time Out, but tonight we listened to Blue Ronderaller's Turk. 9/8 time. Put those headphones on, and it was a record from the 50s, the early 60s, late 50s,
1950s, 1960s,
and it blew me absolutely the frick away. Put those headphones on.
Very well made.
Wait, seriously, I got a
Yeah.
question.
Oh my God. Well made
Do you mean
record.
1950s or 60s?
Yes.
Or 18?
No, 19.
Or the 2050s
No,
and
no,
60s?
no, no.
What are you retarded?
We're
A
not there
sleeper
yet.
I picked up on a whim at a
Oh.
record store.
Mhm.
And to be honest, I have never seen this anywhere else ever again. The Dave Pike set Infrared. It's a grown man record night staple. We have played this every
Oh,
5-6
yeah.
weeks at least since the beginning of Grown Man
Staple.
Record Night for
Yep.
7 freaking years. This has always been in there. Always. Always.
now-
Bill says he just scored that. Gary McFarland. Fucking A, man.
So
That's
now,
great.
like,
Fucking album.
Infrared, was that a record store just kind of blind dig, or do you
Yes.
know what you're buying?
No way.
I don't
When
know
I
what
Blind
you bought
dig?
that.
Looks cool.
I think that might have been
Look at the
before.
font.
Way before you.
Yeah.
I would have bought that.
When I
Oh,
bought
yeah.
when I bought Dave Pike, it was like my record collection was probably that, and it just I sampled it on my phone. I'm sure I did.
And then it became that.
Yep. Then it became that.
Yeah.
Um,
Say, man, talking about that.
Tell me about it, Carl.
Carl, say something.
Can we go off on a tangent here for a second?
Yeah.
I want to talk.
You got 12 seconds, Carl. Make
All
it
right.
count. Make it count.
3, 2, 1, go.
Talking about buying albums strictly by cover look
Covert
and not
looks.
knowing the album or the band.
5,
You said you bought that one
6.
strictly on cover look. I did that with a Steve Hackett. It was a $1 album. Actually,
Voyage of the Acolyte.
I think I gave that album to you.
Yeah, you did. You did give
But-
me a Steve Hackett.
Yes.
Voyage
That
of the
wa-
Acolyte.
Yes, Voyage of the Acolyte. That was a strictly look at the album cover purchase.
Absolutely. I love some
How
Steve
many
Hackett.
people out there do that?
Yeah.
Do you do a strictly album cover, never heard
have.
anything of the band, purchase?
You talking about without
Never.
sample on your phone or anything?
If it's like a
Anything,
quarter, 50
just like
cents, and it's a little
digging
fun
in the
way.
racks.
Couple times.
Man,
I'll do
it's
it for a dollar. Music, I'll buy it for
$2,
the album, so.
$3.
Especially if it's like a newer, like.
It's in the cheap bin.
Yeah.
It's got a
This
cool
right here, I
ass
bought
album
that.
cover.
It didn't even have it didn't even have
Does
vinyl.
that say
in it.
Sammy Hagar Singers?
This didn't even
It didn't even have vinyl in it.
No, I
and
bought
you
it.
bought it?
Sammy
I bought
Hall
it for the
Singers.
cover.
But
Why?
I probably do that less now. But
Why?
but
How
listen,
much you pay for that?
Like 50 cents.
now look.
Alright,
I
it
did
might
that.
be worth
I did that a lot early on, but I will say somebody that still holds true to that philosophy to this day is Metal Theologian.
Oh
he
yeah.
he refuses to pull up like YouTube and shit while he's digging.
I hate doing that myself.
He's just like no, and I don't mean digging like Goodwill. I mean like at a record store.
I won't do that.
He'll spend $15 on a record.
Yeah.
That's like,
I did that this week.
That looks good.
I bought something I've heard of, and I was like, I
God
think I
bless him.
like one of their songs, and I bought it, and I was like,
What's up, DJ Trish?
I can if it's $1.
Love you, bro.
Not if it's like $15.
No, if it's $1, I'll do it.
No.
Yeah.
He's talking $15
$1,
record.
$2 on something I've never heard of
Yeah,
that
but
looks cool.
Oh, yeah.
But 15.
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
I
That's
did
not-
that.
Hell no.
That's not that much money.
Hey,
Never
this,
15.
This is a cameraman. Let's get back on track.
Oh, back on track.
Cameraman record you pulled out here. This is another Savoy Sessions record.
I paid $600 for that
Okay.
record. I've never heard of any of those people.
Dude, it says $8 right here on the cover.
That's the wrong cover, man. I spent $600 on that record.
Cannibal Adderley.
I believe him, actually.
Good album.
Everybody.
Good album.
Was this
You can't see it.
This is the overweight version of Cannonball
I don't know what the. I don't know what this Savoy Sessions deal is, but everything I've ever heard from Savoy Sessions has been terrific.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
And have you heard of
original
you've heard
GMRN,
Savoy Brown,
like-
right?
there's another Savoy down there. Did we talk about that yet?
We did.
Donald Byrd?
We did.
A long time ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
yeah.
saw your Brown?
I'm thinking we should probably all talk at the
Savoy
same time.
Brown.
That's
I don't
everybody.
have
Wait,
a
who-
mic. If I can get a mic,
Who are
I'll
you,
talk.
You a big Sawyer
No,
Brown fan?
No, that's everybody.
No,
talking. No, everybody.
Who you talking
No,
about?
everybody talk at the same time.
With the mustache? I don't
Everybody's
have.
talking.
Bring it
No,
on.
it's all about-
Only people with no mustache get to talk right now.
All right.
I don't have a mustache.
I will insist now
Carl's got one. You got one.
that everybody.
Steve's got one. Jay's got one.
I will insist
I'm the
now
only one without a mustache.
that
I'm
everybody
not
shut
a
the fuck
beard,
up
no
now.
mustache.
Because this
As far as I know, I'm the only one allowed to talk.
is legit
Steve can talk.
numero uno, my number one favorite record in my entire collection. That is a bold bold statement, folks.
That is a bold
And it's one I've
statement.
had for a long time. And some of you guys know what it is. It's Les McCann live at Montreux. And we played Compared to What. And I wanted to play the live version of North Carolina on here because we are in North Carolina. But the live Compared to What, the overmodulated.
Compared to what?
I didn't pull Eddie Harris. Jesus Christ.
What?
That's 12 minutes long.
That overmodulated Compared to What.
Swiss movement, is what you're saying?
No, children's song. On, live at Newport.
But he's on here, right?
No.
No?
No. Different.
Yeah, that's
Hey, back up, Steve. Get in the light, son. Even if it's a longer shot. There you go. Freeze it.
There's
right
no
there.
light.
Right there. Even though it's a wider
Longer
shot.
shot.
Even though it's a wider shot, there's more light.
Yeah, and you play that record about every 3 months or so.
I do it.
You know?
Whenever I go on my period, I pretty much play that.
Out of the bottom of the drum.
Because she's a woman, Carl? Because
Yeah,
women,
she's standing right
get
there.
beer? Is that what we're getting at? You telling my girlfriend to get beers because she's a woman?
Me too.
Hey, I'm gonna do this impression of Carl when
Hey, I told her to make you a
somebody
sandwich.
for something. You want to hear it?
You can grab me one while you're in there.
Hey,
That's really
hey,
good.
I'd like another one too. This is my impression of Carl. Hey,
Hey,
my
yo.
name's Carl.
Somebody stepped on a cable.
Yep. Now we're back on.
We're good. And it wasn't me.
And this is as we're moving from jazz into the funk area. It kind of blurs that line in the into the fusion area. It's Cannonball Adderley Quintet. This is Pyramid.
This is
Man.
when he was eating.
Yeah, he's a
Didn't
larger.
you already play Cannonball Adderley?
We
Yeah,
did
yeah.
actually. It was just right before this.
I go back Cannonball.
But man, this was an
But,
early.
man.
That was an early. You remember that record?
Yeah.
Early Grumman record.
That's why I
night
bought that record.
staple.
That's in the. That's in almost
That
the.
was a staple.
That's like the funk Cannonball, right?
Yeah, very funky, very fusiony.
And that transition is right.
What you got left?
And then one more after this one. This one, you know,
Oh,
we
some
could
George Clinton.
we could have put out Parliament or Funkadelic, but I specifically remember us doing before we realized like, oh, you can't play copyrighted music while you're doing this. Great Recovery, Anti-Kachanga. God bless you, Bill.
You did a show without Kachanga.
You know how I'll roll, man. I weave that line. It's like surfing. You start doing a live broadcast with all these moving
Carl
pieces.
surfs.
It's like fucking surfing.
Yeah.
Carl
You're on
surfs.
that
I do
wave,
too when I get a
Ron
chance.
surfs.
and the whole time you're
Rarely.
doing this.
You go
There's a
like
mic
this.
problem. Oh,
Oh, balance. Balance.
Carl's talking about his aunt. Up.
Oh! no, Carl talks about his uncle, not his aunt.
His uncle.
Mon uncle.
Mon uncle.
Mon uncle.
But I specifically remember early episodes of Grown Man Record Night. We used this as background music for when we did the program.
Yes,
Was,
we did.
really?
And you got
George
cited,
Clinton's-
right?
George Clinton's computer games.
Didn't you get a couple episodes plugged?
No,
He
that
got,
Or
That was
no, they were
an
prongs.
artist that we don't like to
they were
talk about.
pronged, plugged,
Huey
whatever.
Lewis. Huey Lewis
got some
really got
YouTube-
us.
Playing copyrighted
Mike,
music.
Huey Lewis was.
You remember you got YouTube
Yeah.
pronged?
I got YouTube pronged.
Yeah.
And
Right in the ass.
That's really
Super-
what they do. They put a
They
prong
prong you.
up your butt.
super duper early Grown Man Record Night material in the funk category. Johnny Guitar Watson, Funk Beyond the Call of Duty.
Fuck yeah.
Is he the one that died playing the
You're
guitar?
fine. Just don't bump into it.
He died on stage.
He died on stage apparently.
What was
and-
his last words?
Isn't that a bitch?
Yeah, his legendarily so when he had a song called "Ain't That a Bitch" and he had a heart attack on stage playing music. And we came up and they were like, "Johnny, are you okay? Are you okay?"
Say, ain't
He-
that a bitch?
He looked at him and said, "Ain't that a bitch?" and died.
There you go.
I've heard that, but I don't
Classic.
know that that's necessarily the case.
Is it
Anyway.
normal to have
If it
like?
is,
Gonna zip
then
through
it's
'em, everybody
gotta be
shut up!
classic.
You know you're crossing the line a little bit there. Is there aggression?
Over
We want to be here till 4 in the morning.
Over the line, dude.
Yeah, we got 3 more hours.
Yeah, let's be here till 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
How's our
let's
butt
do
doing?
it. Let's do it,
How's your
man.
butt doing, Steve?
That's probably burned off fucking crisp.
Personal question asking motherfucker.
I get a colonoscopy in a couple of weeks.
Do you really?
I'll let
I've had one of those before. They
Never fart
put
so much.
cameras up your butt.
Look. Oh. God bless.
That's the O-scopy part.
God bless the boss man. His favorite record, and we had to play it for him tonight.
Love it.
But of course, Bertha's Butt Boogie from Jimmy Castor Bunch.
Boogie.
Love it.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
Slam jam.
It's a slam
Great
jam.
album.
Didn't Sean interview him?
Sean 0612 or DJ Sean NJ did interview Jimmy Castor before he passed, and you can look for that. Maybe I'll try to post that at some point.
Awesome.
Steve brought this over. It was another early funk record that we played here on the show. Brick's Good High, which is just a funny. I loved how funk records can be just jamming and really musically technical, but also funny. Nothing serious.
Absolutely, man. Just silly about it.
Yeah, because honestly, they can't wear those shoes without having a good sense of humor.
This was the song. This is the song you'd always hear at the skating rink. At the
it was a heavily sampled song.
Now, Steve, you pulled this one up. Speaking of heavily sampled songs and records, Herbie Hancock's "Headhunter."
Yeah, we heard. What did we hear?
Did you pick this up for a
Sly?
This was a premium pickup for you, Steve?
I think so.
Wasn't like $1.
No.
Goodwill or.
Were we just talking about him last week? Herbie Hancock.
Headhunters.
Sure.
One of his best,
Should always be talking about Herbie Hancock.
Carl explained.
Every week.
Who were we talking about last week?
Dude, I'm not gonna spend any time on that comment. This is a classic example of, dude, my cats came in here and fucked up so many records, but they didn't really. A lot of it, just like this one, they messed up the cover.
Edge.
Oh, the plastic.
Yeah,
no, it's also the cardboard.
Not much.
On a lot of the records, it's
mainly
cardboard.
just the plastic.
But this is one that I was so glad I didn't really mess up. It's a promo copy of Dennis Coffey's Back Home.
If you ever seen that movie Coffee and Cigarettes,
Yeah.
this is not what that is.
No, this is a great record. Either way,
Coffee
but
and Cigarettes is an Otis Redding song.
There's a picture of Coffee and Cigarettes.
And Steve did sneak in a Funkadelic. Is this mine or yours?
Mine.
That's yours, but it came from the same place most of mine came from. I can tell by the sticker. CFPG's.
Yeah, CFPG.
Yeah. Which one is this? And tell me why you played this.
This is standing. I don't have a mic on.
You don't have a mic. Just exclaim. Everybody shut up.
Just say it.
Standing on the verge of getting it on. I think it's their third or fourth title.
It's the third or fourth
74.
title. 74.
That wouldn't be third, fourth, whatever. I like it. Red Hot Mama, I like a lot.
Cool.
Because he mentioned Savannah.
Exclaim Steve.
What? Oh, now this is another.
Blackbeard's Revenge.
No.
That's my favorite movie.
No, sir. The Blackbirds, which includes legendarily so as Donald Byrd. That's why they spell it with a Y. These were students of Donald Byrd that started a funk band that he kind of
NYU.
oversaw. I think it was in Maryland.
He might have been their mentor. Was he their mentor?
He was their mentor. And we played Rock Creek Park, which has been sampled by numerous hip-hop people.
Which is down in Alamance County.
But if you see...
The real park they based that song on.
Any Blackbirds, for people that don't know...
It's down in Alamance County. Rockbird Park.
Pick it up on the quick. Because you'll find these... I found these multiple times for $2, $3, $4.
It's not really...
All the time.
It's not really called Rockbird Park.
You should. But...
I'm just kidding. I don't know stuff.
Are you kidding?
No, I don't know stuff.
Cameraman's off the rail.
Oh, I left the rails.
You cut off?
I'm cut off.
Oh, you cut off.
All right.
Cut him off.
I was going to offer up another shot, but no.
No.
Okay. All right.
I'll take one.
No,
but
sir.
cameraman's
Just talking
off
one
the
time.
rail.
No.
I'll stop talking.
Nobody can hold their
All
liquor.
right. Okay.
Nobody can hold their liquor.
I'm still awake.
All right.
I can hold it, I can drink it.
See, look,
Cuss it out.
Mikey Bananas is the only guy that can hold his liquor. What
28
type of
bullshit.
society are we living in, folks, where Mikey Bananas is the guy that can hold his fucking liquor and everybody
Hey.
else is fucked up?
Copyright 2019.
2019 is what it is. Get aggressive!
Get aggressive. G-E-T aggressive.
Oh my God.
Where's the show going?
Bar fight.
Are we going to make it to 400?
Oh, you know when like a bunch of
The
friends,
show is going towards a bar fight.
a bunch of friends drink liquor and get in a fight? That's the best night ever.
Let's go.
You know what?
Let's do a live
Let's
fight.
fucking go.
Wrestle.
Let's fucking go.
Cage match.
Let's bump chests.
There's somebody that died recently that you
Without
don't
a
like.
without a doubt, the most requested record that we have.
You're on Get Aggressive.
Hang on.
We've been on graphic the whole time.
No, I hit the wrong thing. Hang on. Just make sure everybody's good.
No, me too.
You're good. You're doing good.
Keep it on graphic.
No, I hit the wrong button,
What's
which would
going
have
on
stopped
here,
us.
man?
We're not.
Hey, Hal Blaine died this week. Did you hear about
No.
that?
Hang on.
Hal Needham died a long
Hang
time
on.
ago.
Everybody shut the fuck up. Don't be aggressive, because I hit the wrong button.
Hal Blaine.
Yes,
Hal
wanna make
Blaine played on like 35,000 songs.
We still on here, everybody?
Roughly,
I hit the
is it?
wrong button. I'm sorry.
Hey, Carl, when you get over that box.
Sorry. Royal Rumble.
Session drummer?
No news.
It's not Jeff Porcaro.
All right, look. The most requested record in Grown Man Record Night history by far,
I didn't really.
mostly by Shane Rocky, is something we could not have left off of this list. Billy Cobham's Spectrum.
Yeah, that was and that really fell into the rock category almost.
God, it's,
You didn't play the title track.
it's. I know you should have. You should have played Spectrum.
But have you seen his?
But what you did play was.
Fuck that.
But what you did play was great.
Of course it was.
Such
The whole record's great.
mind-blowing drums.
That's why the whole record is great.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff.
Jesus. I did hit, just like lickety split, went over and hit. Stop streaming.
Are we back on the
Just
air
because.
We're back on there.
Anybody watching this?
Yeah.
Does anybody care?
Oh, that's that song. Does anybody care?
Does anybody
care?
All right.
The Cranberries.
You're back, everybody says.
Dolores.
Nobody wants to hear y'all do that. What are y'all doing?
Heroin.
Dolores O'Riordan. Did you
Yeah,
hear that? She
she's
died.
dead.
Roofies, man.
Hey, you know what the difference between her and Grown Man Record Night 300 is?
Jay?
She's dead and we're not.
What is
What?
What is the difference?
We made it to 300.
She didn't.
Yeah.
All right.
She didn't get into college.
All right.
What?
Well,
Carl?
Did you?
oh, my pee bladder!
Your parents spent a bunch of money on
Let's
the.
keep it rolling.
Yeah.
They donated a.
Midnight
Keep
Star.
it rolling.
Midas Touch. The reason that I love, I mean, I love some early 80s electro soul kind of stuff, but what really drives this more than anything is that during the course of really falling in love with Boards of Canada, I realized that before they were Boards of Canada, before Boards of Canada, they were in this group called Hell Interface, where they really remixed a lot of things, and they did this remix of the Midas Touch, and that's really the first time I really took a look at the Midas Touch. It was Hell Interface's remix of the Midas Touch, and it is so fucking unbelievable.
That's why you like that piece of crap.
If you listen,
I don't like mine. I don't like Midnight Star.
That's
at
an
all.
okay
I don't
record for
either.
what it's
But it must be
worth.
that mix.
but it's something.
I have
You
no
go
opinion.
after I heard the mix, and you go back and listen to it. It's got new life.
I understand.
I think there's
100%
there's worse things in that.
There's things there. You know, it's like Bananarama, Cruel Summer. You know, you'd be like, ha ha ha.
Oh,
But
terrible.
Yeah.
Save that thought.
but that riff, fuck you, that riff. Fuck you, that riff. One of my favorite
like,
albums of all time, Low Blows. It was a Christmas present to myself. Chicago Harmonica Blues, and we played Pink Champagne.
You know, that's like the
one of
sound.
my favorite harmonica riffs of all
That's
time.
like what I think of when I think Grown Man Record Night.
Pink
What's that?
champagne on
Like
ice.
Chicago
Pink
Blues.
champagne.
Chicago Blues.
You can't juggle those dice.
Hey, look, Chicago Blues.
Big Leon Brooks.
Yeah, Chicago Blues and old NWA wrestling. If you mix those two together, that's pretty much Grown Man Record Night.
Sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would you say? I'd say so.
Or the
That's
can-
why I just fucking said it.
Add a can of spam. Yeah,
Karate Kid. Damn right.
can of spam.
The Fun Spot. Hey, Scotty Strychnine, will you go on a date with me to Fun Spot? Bro? Just right there. Stand right there over it.
Steve's yanking.
Right over the
Dick
connection.
that up.
Steve's yanking again.
He's dicking it up.
When I record people, I like to do this. Right over the connection. I just stand right over it.
Why?
I just wait till I sneeze and so I can fuck it up.
Why? Why would you do that on purpose?
Oh, I'm gonna piss so bad.
I gotta piss
Like,
really bad.
you're
too.
on
I know, we all gotta piss so bad.
Yeah,
Oh wait.
We got a lot of records.
we got a
to go
live
through.
show
We
going.
got a lot of records.
Ladies and gentlemen, Albert Collins is one of the greatest blues artists of all time. He is legendarily known as the master of the Telecaster, and this album is absolutely no doubt for that. Steve, what is the name of this album?
Cold Snap.
Cold Snap from Albert Collins. And this
Joseph and the Three
Alligator,
Trees.
Alligator Records.
on Alligator Records, this track,
On Relegated
I'm Not
Records.
Drunk, I'm Just Drinking, one of the best songs of all time.
Set to
Absolutely.
Set to 1940s music.
Nothing says Grown Man Record Night like,
Drinking.
when I get together with my friends, I know what you're thinking, but I'm not drunk, I'm just drinking.
Set to 1940s music.
No. You lost. Take a lap.
Let's do it together.
Lap.
Let's just do it
We'll
together.
do it all together.
Take a lap.
Solidarity.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right. We should all take a lap.
Take a fucking lap.
Nope,
Don't
nope.
knock over the
You're gonna
camera.
step on things. Sit down.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
I gotta piss.
Don't go anywhere.
How do you do that?
Got into the hip hop side of things, out of the blues. This
Are we off main camera?
no,
Well,
No, we're all still on it, Carl.
this awesome compilation that the boss man got us.
So
What's it
good.
called? Gold.
Someone
Solid
pissed
gold hits.
this beer bottle right
Solid
now. It'll
gold
be on
hits.
camera.
Solid gold.
Solid gold hits.
that
Solid
goes-
gold.
What records did that go through?
And we played what off of that?
We played
What You Want.
Did we play off of Full Tilt Joe
Nope.
Jackson yet?
No, we didn't.
Well, later we're gonna play Joe Jackson.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
guys
play
should
Joe
stay tuned
Dun, 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 dun.
for Joe Jackson.
That's not
Jackson.
the way. That's not the way to keep an audience, right?
No.
Blood.
No. None of this is grabbing an audience.
Oh, hold on a second.
Gotta play to it.
Ariana Grande.
No.
You walk in and
Hold
Taco
up.
Bell
I
and
gotta
you
take
say,
a shit.
No.
Give me an Ariana
Hold on a second.
Grande.
I'm officially fat shaming Ariana Grande.
Okay. Show's getting controversial.
Yeah, no, that's what you get views with.
300, man.
If you say stuff like
Hashtag,
We lost
hashtag
20 viewers in the last couple of minutes.
hashtag 300.
No, look.
Really?
that'll
Keep it
probably
moving.
work, Jay.
Oh.
Keep
it moving.
You gained one.
LL Cool J. No, I'm sorry. Biz Markie, The Vapors. A classic
The Vapors?
hip hop
Yeah.
track that I've had forever.
It's not a Def Jam.
Oh my, no, it's a bullshit. Boss Man classic that he got me early on, and in classic Boss Man fashion, where the price sticker is up here, he didn't remove it. He crossed it out and wrote free. And that just said,
Yeah.
it's Nas's Illmatic and that New York State of Mind, one of the best hip hop tracks.
You know who I like from New
Ever.
York? Mos Def.
Yes.
Mos Def is a good guy.
And
he was in that movie that time.
Probably more than any of that shit that
He played
Boss
rap
Man
music.
had bought me, like straight up, or bought the program straight
Beastie
up.
Boys.
Out of all of that, this is something that just came from him, loosey goosey, was Cool Breeze, Watch for the Hook. And it is one of the best hip hop tracks that I never heard of.
You actually owe
Oh my
No
god.
one will
80%.
ever hear of.
80% of your hip hop
So good.
is because of Boss Man, right?
Absolutely.
Wow,
Absolutely.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Boss Man bought you all the best hip hop.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I love hip hop, but it's not something I
I'm
just like
so.
go after.
Are they
You know what I mean?
watching?
Yeah, you
All
are.
right. So
Are they watching?
Are you done?
where we at on this
I
show?
sure, I
man?
sure,
What
I
we
sure
doing?
miss Boss
We
Man.
gotta, we gotta do these quick.
Yeah.
We've done the first 40 quick.
We got the
What, you want to move
This
fast
was an
enough?
accident.
We're only
Burn them
one
through, burn them through.
cameraman record.
Yeah, Yoakum.
As we transitioned into country, Dwight Yoakam and Buck Owens.
Yeah.
Streets of Bakersfield.
Oh, I
Jesus.
love that song, man.
One of my
It's
favorite,
classic.
one of my favorite country songs of all time.
Me too, man. Me too.
Bust it.
Yoakum, I
Move
don't
it.
even know him.
Gotta move it. Gotta move it. Waylon on Music Man, and my favorite Waylon song, maybe of all time, is he covers "Do It Again" from Steely Dan.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it is so freaking incredible. If you've never heard Waylon cover Steely Dan,
Yeah, it's
Jesus
pretty-
Christ, do
pretty
yourself a
good.
favor.
It was okay. It was okay.
Oh,
That's good.
oh, it's okay.
Yeah, just okay.
Jay, take a lap.
Just okay.
If you're not familiar with Core Blonde, also take a lap.
Yeah.
VCLT
Oh, yeah.
from Carl. This is the Cabin Fever record. We played Drink It Like You Mean It.
You gotta drink it like you mean it around
Damn right.
here.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
One of the best songs of all time. And I'm not just saying this. I'm not whistling Dixie here, folks. Amos Moses from Jerry Reed.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, get the fuck out of my chat. I don't want you on my
Exactly.
channel.
I hope
You don't belong in this channel.
Yeah.
If you don't like Amos Moses by Jerry Reed, do me a favor. Do me a real big fucking favor. Get the fuck
Delete
out of
my
here.
shit.
Hashtag
Get the
GTH,
fuck out of
man.
here. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Get out of here right now!
Go
Jesus.
on.
I'm sorry, everybody. God, I love everybody, but if you don't like Jerry Reed, get out of it. I'm sorry. Cheap Tricks.
Moving into rock and roll.
Moving into rock and roll.
Yep.
Dream Police. Man, we
Police.
played this record like nobody's business back in the day. Are you kidding me? Also with the Who's Eminent Front. It's not the best Who record. I understand that, but it's one of the first Who records I picked up back in the day.
I love them in the front. I love that keyboard.
That something about that song, and I know that's after Keith.
Kind of hooks you though.
Yeah, it's hooky as shit,
Isn't it? Eminent
and
Front?
it's way after Keith Moon died, but it's not. I mean, so it's not that Who, but it's man, it's
He's
just
playing an 80s video game right there. Space Duel.
Space Duel.
You're playing Space Duel?
No, I think Arnold Jackson did.
Oh, I ran into the Nibbler last week.
No way. I would never do that.
The psychedelic sounds of the 13th floor. Y'all wanna finish?
We're
You
having
wanna
a
finish up?
conversation about shitting in a bottle.
Let's finish up. Let's wrap it up.
I'll tell you about
Let's
it.
go and wrap it up.
All right, look. You take one of these. If you gotta pee, you can pee in it. If you gotta shit, you can also shit in it.
Oh,
But you gotta kind of practice because it's so narrow. You know what else is narrow?
My urethra.
Your asshole.
Move it on.
Your asshole is actually pretty
So
narrow.
it's about the same size.
It's about the same size.
Would you grease it? Would you grease the bottle?
See?
Yes. If I had the choice, I would.
help. Like
It would definitely help.
just some KY.
No? Like spit.
I picked up this reissue of 13th floor elevators a bazillion years ago. Back up, Steve. No light. No light.
Sorry.
Light over here.
That
There
was
you
too
go.
much.
No, leave it alone.
That was too
Light.
much.
Let there be more light.
And it's not the best quality pressing probably, but it's a great record, so I love having that.
Great record.
I didn't know much about them before then. Girlfriend got me this for a Christmas back in the day, like long time ago. This Flaming Lips and Yoshimi versus the Pink Robot is oh my god. That song is so freaking good. Went through this huge phase.
That whole album is amazing.
Where Eric Burden, I still think Eric Burden, man,
Yep.
he may be the best rock and roll singer ever.
Who's that?
Eric Burton has an awesome voice.
Who's
dude.
Eric Burton, dude?
The Animal.
What? He also sang with War.
He also sang with War.
War! Oh, that was like 10 years before I was born.
He may.
Oh yeah.
I hate music that was made before I was born.
I may put him
Very
above
retarded.
people that you probably wouldn't think I would put him above. But this is and it's it's really weird that some of these weirdo Pickwick records, I don't see them a lot. I have never seen this Animals record.
It's just a live version. It's a live album.
No,
Oh yes.
it's live.
Yeah. We've listened to a live version of Boom Boom for sure.
Well, maybe that one. I don't know if the whole thing is live,
you know,
though. But those Pickwick. There's a Chuck Berry that you also scored. That's on Pickwick. And it's not a common record.
Who else you would never think
Pickwick, but
he's on the Pickwick label, but you would never think he was like somebody you need to listen
And
to.
let me tell you
You
something.
know who that was? Jesus Christ.
Let me tell you something real quick.
'Cause he was
I will
so
say,
wise.
if you like the animals and the British invasion, I came across a video on archive.org. It's like all these early British invasion acts. It was like the Yardbirds with Jimmy Page, the Animals, tons of like really cool like British invasion.
Clapton?
No, he wasn't on
He
there.
was with Cream.
He'd already left the Yardbirds.
That was
It was
before
before Cream.
Cream.
He was with John Mayall at the time.
John Mayer.
John Mayall.
John Mayer's.
John Mayall.
Not John Mayer.
Not
Anyway, archive.org, really cool British invasion video. It's free to download.
Sweet. Also, man, if nothing describes Groman Record Night like ZZ Top's Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff there.
More importantly, what to me describes Groman Record Night from this record is the gatefold with all the Mexican food.
Rude.
I talked about that with Zeke, who's one of our absolute favorite participants in Groman Record Night.
We better look at it then.
Let's do it.
That's an old Texas
look at that
Texas
feast.
feast there, huh?
Okay, I've always wanted to ask
Oh,
this.
look at this.
Can I
Look
ask
at that,
can I
look
ask
at
this
that.
question real quick?
Sure.
Oh my god.
Is it gay fold?
No.
Gate.
Gabe Fold.
Gabe?
G-A-Y-B-E.
G-A-Y-B-E. Gabe.
Now let me tell you something. Let's get serious for a second.
Okay, yeah.
Gabe Fold.
So you can fold the record
No.
in
It's
not
half.
fold.
Hey.
Fold.
I'm getting serious, and y'all still talking.
So you can fold the record in half.
No,
You
look.
sound like
No,
Charles.
listen there.
You sound like Charles Barkley.
Charles Mingus.
I'm getting serious.
I sound like Charles
I didn't
Mingus.
get any of this.
No, look. Out of all the people we talked about in the VC,
You know what I do when I get serious?
No.
I choke myself. I've got a pair of ropes.
Until you get a boner.
I love hearing.
No, after.
All right, everybody.
Okay.
I love hearing Zeke the Vinyl Geek tell me about some music that I didn't know about. There's something about the timbre of his voice and just the way he says things. It's not an accent, because I think he's void of an accent. And maybe that's what it is that draws me in.
You
Zeke.
sure it's not a computer?
When do you
No.
talk to him?
Zeke the Vinyl Geek. Zach.
You talk to him
Yeah, all the time.
on the phone?
Big telephones. You got one? No.
Got one that goes in
no.
a bag?
But I think Zeke's messages about music are just they're so unique and concise, and something about the way his delivery is just fantastic and unique to the VC.
There's this.
I love that shit. There's something about the way that he delivers the message that's, as Marshall McLuhan said, the medium is the message.
What are you doing?
Okay.
You showing us something?
No, but I
bro, I feel you.
I just thought, man, Zeke really delivers shit in a way that nobody does.
All right, so
Tell me about this.
I think the
This
first,
was
the
in
first,
that
the
T-Model
first.
Ford?
I think
shit.
I had
Groovy
a
Lisa.
lot
What's
of
up,
Floyd.
Groovy Lisa?
I had a lot of Floyd, but the first night I came over was that night we did the Oscar night, and I was showing this record, and you saw it. Actually, saw it on the video clip.
Yeah,
This
that's
was-
why I told you to bring
It's like
this.
the first bootleg I ever bought. It's like I got it in Raleigh, School Kids Records right outside of NC State.
Back in the 80s, though.
When it was right across from the campus,
Oh, the old
downtown,
location,
the old
Mexican
location. Yeah, I found this there, and it's terrible shape. I mean, the
And they
recording.
still charge you $30 for it.
Ah, if I
No,
paid-
back in the.
I don't know.
No, they're terrible.
But we
now.
listened to Interstellar Overdrive, which was from when they did the live performance at the London Underground, where John Lennon met Yoko Ono. It was probably that same
Wait,
time
who
period.
were those people?
Those
Yeah, the chick that ruined the bills.
Oh, Carl.
Carlson. No, man, Eddie jumped in here and wanted to play this Prophets of Rage record, man.
Yeah.
And Eddie, a first-time visitor to the Groman Record Night studio.
He brought us the intro
Quick
today.
to oblige. I love the Prophets of
So
Rage.
tell us
man.
who the Prophets of Rage
Rage
are.
are awesome, man. They're
Chuck D.
it's
and
Chuck D, from Public Enemy.
Exclaim
It's
Carl.
Be Real.
Yep. You're Be Real.
And it's the band.
It's
The band.
Billy
Rage
Bass.
Against the Machine.
Billy Bass.
So you're
Bot
saying
from
that,
the
Tom
records
is-
of yesterday.
Yeah.
Tom Morello.
Is Tom Morello on here?
Billy Bass.
Billy Bass
Should
Bot
be.
from the
I don't know.
records of
Check
yesterday.
the.
Yeah, let's
check
let's
the
pull it.
liner heads.
All right.
Let's
Stop.
get technical.
Play
with it.
the other one. Play the other one.
All right. All right. Everybody shut the fuck up for a second.
Are you leading us into something different?
Yeah, I'm leading you guys into something. Men at work. That means shut the fuck up. Because I don't want to
No,
talk.
we're gonna have a signal. You gotta put your arm up.
Yeah, I don't want to talk over motherfuckers. You know why? I pay mortgage here.
Put your arm up.
So I don't talk over motherfuckers
Look,
here.
look. Put your arm up. Look at the shot. It's,
Down this motherfucker.
it's there. You can see my whole
Yeah, yeah.
arm.
I go to
Do
other
it, Carl. Put your whole arm up.
I go to other people's houses.
You can see both
and,
our arms.
and I'll pay music to
Yeah.
talk over people.
Jay.
Here, nobody talks over me here.
Oh, you want to bet? I'll give you $12.
Nobody.
I'll give you $12.
No, look. From back in the
and
day.
then I'll ask you if I can talk
From
over
back in
you.
the day, this was seminal that we played on record night. Was Men at Work, business as usual. And you may think this is the most pedantic
more records
thing
over
you
there.
could possibly play. And I would have thought that
Great
too.
fucking song.
I would have thought that back in the day too.
I would
And-
never
and-
have thought
and-
that.
Until we were like playing this record, blah blah blah. No.
You're blocking the mic with your record, by the way.
Yeah. But until I played Who Can It Be Now, and I went over here on the back of this thing, and I read the lyrics.
Yeah.
And
I think a
let me
girlfriend just broke something in there.
let me just hip you guys to a little bit of Monkey Bananas.
Could be knocking at my door.
I don't answer my door. If I see
Go
somebody,
away.
if I hear somebody on my street, I'm probably looking at my
Shoot 'em.
shades.
Don't come here right here no more.
I'm a weirdo. Blah blah blah.
You're the get off my lawn man.
I'm the get off my lawn. I
Except
don't-
he would never come outside and actually say that.
Nope.
He
I
would
don't-
call a
It was
attorney.
shoot from inside the house.
And which is normal. There's a lot of people that are like that. And then I get to like the third verse, and it says, "At the time you were living here with me."
I like it here with my childhood friend.
Yep. Friends from like elementary
Oh,
school.
did you know this before?
And,
you,
no, and I heard. I just want to
Where's
read
the story
that.
going? Kind of kid at dead end.
When I kind of like, I'm like, yeah, this song's so good. I'm reading the lyrics. It's Zabaza. I'm happy, yeah, with my childhood friend. And I'm like, and my mouth just dropped open. And I read all the lyrics, and I'm like, bro, this whole fucking song's about me, bro. The whole song's about me, bro.
And don't worry, we'll be back.
I mean, I
Yeah,
just-
we'll be right back after this commercial.
No!
Oh, was that a push?
Carl!
You told us to be quiet.
Who's pushing?
It's not after this commercial.
Montrose, I Got the Fire, the first song I ever rocked out to in my entire life.
Your daddy going down the
Sammy
And
Hagar.
my daddy,
Ronnie
King-
Montrose.
King Crimson, Lark's Tongue and Aspect. Steve.
I brought this because this is one I've had for a long, long time, and I'm sure I brought it early in the days. And I wanted to listen to Lark's Tongue because I ran over a video.
What's up,
yesterday.
Grayson Hollins?
There's a video of Will Ferrell as the devil on Saturday Night Live, and it says it's like the devil can't write a love song or something. But when he pops into the scene, they're playing Lark's Tongue and Aspect.
I don't know how they got away with that.
And I'm like, how the fuck did they do that?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Tell us.
Tell us about it, Ron.
I'll be right back.
No, sir. What are you doing?
High steps, high
Ron's
steps.
leaving.
I gotta be right back, man.
Ron's leaving.
Ronnie,
When I thought about seminal grown man record night
Can't say
records,
that.
What?
I'm
Seminal
sorry.
vesicle, Native American.
One of the-
Nirvana's got to be included.
For me, at least,
you sure?
Yeah.
Nirvana is as big as it gets. It
Oh, yeah.
really is as big as it gets. And for me, choosing like, hey man, what's your favorite Nirvana song? That used to
Yeah, I know.
be a really big,
What's up, bud?
daunting
What's up,
Hey,
task.
pass me my hat. I gotta have a hat on.
Everybody's talking. Let's
Pass
just.
me my hat.
I'll wait for everybody.
Just let me get my fucking hat on.
Nope.
No, Steve's bitching about a hat.
All right,
Well-
let's go. Let's go.
Nope.
Go.
I'm ready.
Nirvana.
Everybody done?
We're talking about Nirvana.
Everybody want to give a weather
I've been over
forecast
there.
for the next 4 days?
I've been over there working my ass
Yeah.
off, getting you
Weather-
these records, giving you these records all night.
Feed
What
you.
Nirvana?
He said, "Feed me, Seymour. Feed me."
Used to be a huge task when somebody said, "Hey man, what's your favorite Nirvana record?" And I'm like, oh, come on.
It still is a huge task.
It's not. It's not for me, Jay, because now
you have clarity of vision.
it's clarity. It's what alcoholics call a moment of clarity. Negative Creep.
Never had one.
The best Nirvana song of all time.
You said what was the best album?
Yeah.
I'm a Negative Creep. I mean, no, I said best record. Best record.
Record equals album.
That's it.
Best Nirvana song, you can build a house, you can build a tree song.
I mean, you can.
Negative Creep.
It's not Negative Creep.
Negative Creep is
Wrong answer.
numero uno for me. It's the one thing that makes me want to like go absolutely ape shit. Absolutely ape shit. Like, I mean, I love so many Nirvana songs in so many different ways for so many different reasons. But Negative Creep is the one that makes me want to go fucking like over the top fucking ape shit.
Is that the one you wrecked your truck to?
No.
That's a good album.
No, that was Hole. I was listening to Hole when I wrecked my truck. I've got that too. Speaking of which, I don't give a shit. There's a
obviously.
There's a moment in Grolman record night history when the liquor gets a little bit of hold of you and you want to play something a little bit
stupid.
Herka-turker.
Yeah. No Easy Way Out. Rocky
Four
Four
soundtrack.
So who's this
Man.
cat?
Oh my god.
Don't know.
No, you told me before.
The guy that sings that?
Yeah.
No clue.
Steve, do you have my mic?
Robert Tapper? Yeah, I got the blob on.
Do you
want
really?
it back?
What's he have?
I took his mic. I was like, yeah, I'll be over here, and I'll get this mic, and I got that mic, and I got all the mics. Here. Take it around. There you go.
Huh?
Whatever.
Reset.
Who sings that song, by the way? That we just played? Rocky.
Jesus.
Robert Tapper.
Oh, one hitter.
Now look.
Yeah. Not even a one.
I didn't grow up listening to Zappa. I didn't know shit about Zappa. As a high school student, or discovering guitar and weed and fucking, like most kids, like rock and roll and weed and guitar.
Yeah.
I didn't know shit about Zappa
High school.
forever.
You didn't do that.
Pass me Ron's
No.
beer.
Huh?
No, I was there.
Cameraman's beer.
I was trying to get Mike to smoke weed with me in high school, and he wouldn't.
Carl
He was on
explained.
FCA and shit.
Man, Carl's like
Fellowship with
tough
Christian
and
Athletes.
crazy.
Fucking Christian assholes.
So,
all right, Carl.
So,
let's start the show over.
3, 2, 1. Well, but anyway, Frank Zappa is not a guy that I knew much about. And then as I got older and started collecting records, people were like, dude, you're a weird motherfucker. You would really love Frank Zappa. And I started listening to Frank Zappa and Mother's Invention. I'm like, oh my God, where has this been my entire life? Are you kidding?
Cool,
Are you kidding me? This is Mike and Ryan put to music in the 60s and 70s. Are you kidding me? But what really
version of Mike Patton and
what really brought this out to me, or to signify this in one track, to like, I thought of 2 tracks. Call Any Vegetable.
Sure.
And I didn't want to do that because it was a live one that I had that was a little bit raunchy. But the St. Alfonso's Pancake Breakfast, that just...
That guy was out there, man.
He's out there, and he wasn't a drug guy.
He didn't do drugs.
He's not a drug guy.
Didn't drink much. I mean,
not a drug guy.
I'm gonna pass this over to
He
you.
smoked a lot of
You put it on the
cigarettes.
shelf over there.
Beach Beat by General Johnson.
By VA.
Yeah, the
The
Beach
Showman. You with your 39, 21, 46 sheep.
That's big, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're big, Jay.
39.
Only for 5.
Carl loves him some beach music.
Let me show you what's
Oh,
big.
yeah.
You wish you what's big,
Beach
Jay?
Beat's good, man.
The beach music is good.
I was thumbing through your beach records, finding that.
Yeah.
There's some damn good ones down there.
The Showman.
We should play those more often.
You know what's big?
What?
My pectoral muscles. Jay.
Sure.
Get a hold of that.
Put that one over there.
No. Get a hold of my pectoral
We're going to
muscles.
start going right here now.
Nobody does anything until they recognize how big my pectorals are.
Hey, is that
I think
really?
we only got 4 records left. I think.
We'll do it then.
Oh, damn.
Get on it. Get aggressive, Steve.
I don't.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing.
Fucking tired of it.
I think you took over by then.
What is it?
Come on, buddy.
Oh, Caius.
Caius.
Man.
Caius, man.
Welcome to Sky Valley.
Shit's good.
Gardenia.
Gardenia is the first track on Welcome to Sky Valley. To me, it's the quintessential stoner rock, desert
Quintessential.
rock track that just lays it out there for everything else that comes before it.
Up the Buddy Oil.
It really does. It's the roadmap
Yeah.
for me. For me, and
I don't have the mic.
Come on.
Come on, Steve. You want nothing.
Come on, Steve.
Sorry.
I don't get it. What?
This is what I call. I mean, it's laying it out there. Welcome to Sky Valley it's like laying it out there for a fucking genre, and then everybody
Caius is
jumps
cool shit.
jumps in there. Bananarama, I talked about it earlier.
Too bad.
Cruel Summer.
Great riff.
Yeah,
that riff is so incredible.
Though, really, if you think about it.
They're what?
They were terrible if you think about it.
Okay. Take a lap.
I'm just saying.
Well, you can go and take a lap.
Ram a
Or
banana.
They're very sloppy.
You can think about
Ram a
sleep.
banana.
Sleep.
Holy Mountain.
Holy Mountain.
Holy Mountain.
We're going
This is from
Holy
like.
diver.
I just picked that up on CD.
We're going to see them.
Yeah, we're going to
One
see
day.
Sleep and Big Business coming up. But this is
You on a
man.
Kiss show?
Man,
That's on
You on the Kiss show?
That's on Irachi Records.
Irachi. Yeah.
That's it, man. That's all we play.
That's all we play.
That's our show.
That's all.
All the shit?
We're
man.
only 136 in before Dig of the Week.
That's our show.
Everybody
That's
shut the
not
fuck
bad.
up.
That's not bad.
Shut the
All
fuck up. Everybody shut the
This
fuck
is a
up.
quiet time.
You said it could be an all-nighter.
No,
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't.
I remember you said, interrupt me as often as you can.
No.
But you said when you were sober, you
That's
said,
when I'm gonna
hey, if
toss
it goes
the
long, it
video.
goes
I ain't
long.
sober.
What I said was, if you interrupt me, you're opening yourself up to a fucking Muay Thai
In a
fight.
in a lawsuit.
Is that David Lee Roth?
No, it's fucking sore legs from my leg kicks. Because it's brutal, Jay. It's
No, I'm talking about on the graphic there.
oh, I'm a larger.
Oh, that?
Or is that David? Is that
That's
Bowie?
Pink Floyd More. That's the movie More.
I mean, I'm a larger gentleman, but the way that I deliver leg kicks is, oh my god, absolutely unprofounded. Oh, Carl's got to take a piss.
Be careful, Carl. Do not trip on any of these wires.
The amount of force
Very
that,
conscious of the wires.
yeah.
No.
No, see, you
Don't
make
take
a
a step. Don't take a step. There you go.
the amount of force that Carl delivers when taking a piss is nothing compared to the amount of force when I deliver a leg kick. When it shatters your femur and you realize that, oh my God, Mikey Bananas really does have something else going on. I didn't necessarily understand it at first, but now, absolutely, I understand the fact that when it comes to athleticism and like grown manness and being able to handle yourself in a grown man type way, Mikey Bananas is pretty much the benchmark that we should allow all of ourselves to.
The camera's facing the wall.
You're facing a wall, Steve.
Oh yeah, it sure is. Huh? What happened
Carl did
there?
that.
Carl.
All right.
World War II.
World War II. That was our what our played. We've not even what our played. I've not pissed either. And
Maybe
we
it's
can't,
your own fault this show's lasting so long.
No.
You ever thought about that?
I know.
Maybe it's just you.
Let's get on to a dig of the week.
I don't have any digs.
No, Carl and Ron have dig of the
The
week.
people who are not here.
The people are... Ron and Carl!
To the set! Stat! Ryan has digs?
Yeah.
What's the shot look like?
Compared to what?
Do you want to skip the digs of the weeks?
Ryan and Carl, dig of the week.
I don't know if Carl's gonna be able to
Bang
talk.
on the
about-
wall.
Carl's not gonna be able to talk. Through,
Yeah, Carl's gonna say some weird
Three
things.
sheets to the wind.
Yeah, Carl's.
Carl, you got digs, man. Ryan, you got
Ryan
digs.
and Dig. Carl, digs of the week. Let's go. New records that you
Let's
bought.
go, buddy.
You can
Bring
do
it
it.
on.
Hey, you can do
Hey,
it.
Carl.
You can do it.
Carl?
Come on here. Come in here to the set.
Mirror right now.
He's skiing.
If I have to make a ass of myself, you have to make an ass of yourself.
Where's my microphone?
Down here. Come on.
Oh, where's my microphone?
Hey, this is called my best record.
How many records you got, Carl? 2 or 3?
Tell us about it.
This is called Huey Lewis and the News.
No, sir.
And we play this every day.
Why don't you just bring some Bob Seger while you're at it?
You know why? Because it's hit to be square.
It is. It is.
Oh, don't make me piss.
Do it, man.
Don't make me piss.
Just do it, man.
Everybody watch out. There's wires everywhere.
Wires everywhere.
Hey, just let it go, man. It's
Jumping in.
300.
I was kidding about that. It's not my
These
favorite
two?
record.
These
Mama,
two?
Yeah.
I don't play this every day.
This is showing
Alright.
300.
What you got, Carl?
Nah, it's Eddie's.
What you got, Carl?
But I do
All right,
see
man, I'm
Where'd
back.
you go? Here?
I'm back.
Oh my god. You know that.
So we're doing some dig of the week.
Yep.
Scoot over one.
All right.
Scoot over one.
Scooting over one.
What you got, Carl?
Got found this one in the record store not too long ago. Chris Stapleton's Traveler.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris Stapleton. Is that the
Too
guy?
bad. He used to sing for the Steel Drivers.
He was just here.
Soulgrass
He was just
Band.
here not long ago.
Yeah, he's gotten pretty big lately.
See American Idol?
But nah.
He's just a popular country western singer.
Yeah, country singer. And last month, me and the wife went to a show in Myrtle Beach. Saw Jamie Johnson in concert.
Okay.
Outlaw.
Kind of a
little more outlaw country.
Outlaw country singer, yeah. But I picked up this album at the show. One of his. It's been out a few years. It ain't nothing new. But
he's good.
He had it available at the show. Picked it up. Damn good show. Saw quite a few fights there.
Hell yeah, I love fights, baby. Woo! We
that's
love fights here.
Are these digs?
Country show. Oh yeah.
Let's get
And
fights going.
got a couple my buddy Eddie came up with.
Carl's exclaiming.
Yep, exclaiming. The new Metallica.
It's a good record.
It's
New Metallica.
the brand.
One of the latest.
The new Metallica release, the newest one.
Yeah. It's a good record.
Hardwired. It's actually good.
Sounds like old Metallica.
Really?
It's the first Metallica album I've enjoyed in a long fucking time.
Really?
Yeah.
That's strong.
That actually got me back into Metallica.
Because Carl, I remember you coming into 10th grade math class.
Yeah.
With a tab book and doing this number.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey,
Metallica.
man. I'm like, hey man, what are you doing? And you're like,
Trying to learn Metallica,
I'm
man.
trying to learn Metallica. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I like Carl.
You like Metallica Black
Trying
too.
to
That's
learn
your
Metallica, man.
favorite records.
I don't care for that.
Oh yeah.
Carl's explaining.
The other one my buddy brought up is the new Tom Morello release.
Okay. Yeah, we played that.
Yeah,
Right?
the Atlas Underground. No,
No.
y'all played some Prophets of Rage,
Gosh, Mike.
Okay.
which is
Lord,
also tight as hell.
Yeah.
But the new Tom Morello, he's done a bunch of collaborations with various
Hip hop ones?
hip hop and electronic artist.
You're an electronic artist, Carl.
No, actually, I'm not.
Yeah, you are, bro.
No, actually, he's not.
Don't get it twisted.
I'm a de-electronic.
Man, my dick hurts about it. From not pissing on
I'm
it.
only DC, man.
My dick hurts from not pissing on it.
High five. Yeah,
He's the guy that played in Greensboro for New Year's Eve, and all those people died.
What else you got?
Died.
What else you got,
Yeah,
Carl?
Base Extra does some crazy shit.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all of my shit, man.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let's take.
Only
quick,
got a couple.
Okay.
We had so many played.
I know. Let's take a
Yeah.
quick commercial break, and we'll come back here in a minute.
Steve's got a gig next week.
You know what happens when a house catches on fire? It fills with suffocating smoke. But luckily, every room in your house has a crawlway about knee-high where the air is good. So by crawling, not running, out of a smoke-filled room, you breathe the good air down here and not the bad smoke up there. So remember, if there's a fire, use that crawlway. It's the best way out of a hot situation.
All right, making the pizza, making the pizza. Sprinkle the cheese, sprinkle the cheese. Hey, if you're looking for the best pizza, wings, subs, and salads, you need to give us a try. Eat in, take out, or deliver to your door. The huge line of specialty pizzas is second to none. And with 3 different restaurants to choose from. That's right, 3. Gang Mills, Lawrenceville, Elkland. Making the pizza. Making the pizza. So stop on down to one of 3 great locations or call us up to let our crews hook you up. Oh yeah.
Mr. Yuck is mean. Mr. Yuck is green.
Home is full of lots of things that children shouldn't touch. Home is full of bad things that can hurt you very much. Now there's a man whose face is green that you ought to get to know. He'll warn you when danger's coming fast or slow. Get to know his face in every single place. When you see it, you'll know quick. Things marked yuck make you sick, 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 sick. Mr. Yuck is mean. Mr. Yuck is green.
You know what happens when a house catches on fire? It fills with suffocating smoke. But luckily, every room in your house has a crawlway about knee-high where the air is good. So by crawling, not running, out of a smoke-filled room, you breathe the good air down here and not the bad smoke up there. So remember, if there's a fire, use that crawlway. It's the best way out of a hot situation.
Nobody's back for anything ever.
Dude, I wish I could have videotaped Carl eat a piece of pizza just now.
What happened, Jay? Talk us through it. Oh my God, I gotta piss so bad.
Oh, yeah, you gotta go.
What?
Steve,
You gonna piss?
tell us how we started.
You already told this story.
Oh my God.
Careful, don't touch any wires. Everything's still plugged in?
No,
What's that? What's that?
that's the power.
Power to what?
Look at these. Look at these.
Look at what? Look at what? Stop streaming. Stop. We're still streaming. We're not recording, right? It's fine. You don't want to record this?
No.
Why not?
Oh.
This is what you put on YouTube, right?
I don't know.
All right, so Mikey Bananas has run off to the men's room. I do want to announce that I will not be here next Friday. I got it right here on me. Here, take it. Oh shit! This is why our fucking mics don't work.
I keep losing my mic.
So, yeah. So here's the deal. Next Friday, I will not be here. I will be performing with the Vagabond Saints and the Piedmont Wind Symphony. We're doing a show where rock meets like symphonic music, I guess.
And what are you singing?
I will be singing a couple Led Zeppelin songs. Ha ha! Strange that is.
Well, it's in your comfort zone, though.
But yeah, it's in my comfort. It's in my wheelhouse. I'm doing Kashmir and Immigrant Song, so that should be a lot of fun.
Oh, but best of luck, Steve.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's an early show, so all the old folks can
You
come.
gonna be here next week?
I will not be here. I think the show starts at 7:30, 8 o'clock.
But you said it's almost. You think it might be a packed house next week.
I'm hoping it will be. I know all the seats are already sold. Then there's after that it's just standing room tickets.
Yeah.
But those are already sold out. So last time we did a big show there, it was the Queen show. It was the opening night of the Ramcat, and it was packed. So I'm hoping it'll be packed again. That'd be fun.
Did you hear that they want to do a Queen sequel to this movie?
A Queen sequel?
They want to do another movie.
You're making that up.
I swear to God, I heard.
Why would they do a sequel?
I don't know. I don't know what it'd be about. But,
What happened?
We're talking about the Queen sequel.
Right.
Did you hear that this week?
What happened?
They already want to do a sequel to the movie because it was so successful.
Oh no.
They're gonna go in outer space. Queen in outer space.
Oh. Do you remember the time, Steve, that we tried to introduce Grown Man Record Night into the masses
in the millennium
in an actual commercial?
Oh yeah.
A television commercial.
Oh right.
Do you remember how that came out?
No.
Well, I happen to have a little video that.
You have a clip?
I've got a clip that really. This is not bullshit. This is real news. How this happened.
TV.
Check this out.
Okay. Hello, this is Steve.
Hey, Steve, this is Brady at Yakin Valley.
Hey, Brady, how's it going, bud?
Yeah, we saw the commercial. It looks good. Them popping out at you, it looks better than it did, I guess, for sure.
We're glad to hear you like the commercial.
But go ahead and go with it. As long as the only thing we noticed here on the web, when you're showing our web page on there, which we love it, but I noticed the back tab says Grown Man Record Night. We don't know if that's something bad or good, or if somebody would catch that. I don't know what that is.
It's the best GD web show the net has to offer.
You'd have to look close to see it, but I didn't know if that was something that might not need to be on there.
Why the hell would you not want that on there?
But other than that, everything looks good.
No more.
1, 2, 3. Chat 1, 2.
Yeah. So, if you're a fan of the Odd Couple,
I am a fan.
of course. who wouldn't? You notice on the credits, there's a Jerry Belson, also a Jerry Davis, on the credits.
Yeah.
So it, to me, back in the day, begged the question of, how did they like on the set? You know, you getting close to lunch, right? You get imagine.
Hey, Jerry wants a roast
No,
beef
no,
sandwich.
exactly. Jerry wants a roast beef sandwich.
Which one?
Jerry wants to take a lunch right after this scene. Is it Jerry Belson or Jerry Davis? I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's not my
Somebody
business.
does.
It's not my business. So
You just get both.
here on the Grown Man Record Night channel, we wanted to know: are you on Team Jerry Belson or are you on Team Jerry Davis?
Do you have a graphic?
Jerry Belson or Jerry Davis?
Davis.
Why?
Sounds like a better name.
Belson,
Why?
because it's a B.
Jerry Davis.
Why?
I just think he's underrated. Jerry Davis.
Why Jerry Davis?
I have no idea who those people are, and so I just picked one. Jerry Belson because it starts with his first. Jerry Davis.
Why?
Because it's the second one.
Jerry Belson or Jerry Davis?
I don't know who either of those are.
Yes, you do. Pick one.
Jerry Belson or Jerry Davis? Jerry Davis?
Jerry Belson or Jerry Davis?
Jerry McBride.
Why?
Because he's my boss.
Yeah, I just got one question for you. Jerry Belson or Jerry Davis?
Jerry Davis.
Why?
I like the last name.
Okay. Check 1, 2. We back?
Check 1, 2.
We
I
good?
don't know.
We good?
I went the graphic. It was weird.
I think we're good.
Okay, I think we're okay.
So last week I brought a orange vanilla Coke. That same time I came across a Sprite.
The same time.
Go back to camera.
Okay.
I'm showing the soda right now.
Let's go back to it. I'm clicking.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to click.
It's only been 300 freaking episodes.
Clicky McClicker.
Trying to click.
This is a Sprite. It's called Limonade.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, so it's, you know, Sprite's kind of lemon,
It's
whatever.
a play on lime, yeah.
But I think this is going to be even more lemony, if I'm not mistaken.
More lemony than
That's
lime.
what
It's
my
called
guess.
lime, but it's called
Okay.
lime.
It smells like lemonade.
What kind of guess is that?
It smells
Do you want to Carl this?
citrus.
Carl it up.
You ever had Lyme's disease?
Cameraman, you guys are not in the. Look at this shot here now.
That's
You
sloppy,
did
man.
something. You
Let's
did.
get-
You did something.
You would
I didn't
think
do
in 300 episodes you get it
framed it
right, you
differently.
know?
I didn't get into nothing.
You edited it.
Hold on.
There.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. We're
Camera.
good.
He's
We're
on
good.
camera, Carl.
Try it. Camera Carl it.
Carl, Ryan, Carl, Ryan, Carl, Ryan.
Who's this
Carl.
Ryan guy y'all keep talking about?
Limonade. What do you think of limonade?
It's good.
It's more lemony than Sprite.
It's got a good citrus kick.
It's like, what do you think about it being like Squirt?
It's bright. It's
better than
crisp.
Better than
It's a
Squirt?
better name than Squirt, that's for sure.
Better name than Squirt.
It's
Ugh.
bright. It's crisp.
I'm gonna
It's
Sprite.
bright.
It's almost Mountain
I'm
Dew.
gonna Sprite all over
Almost
you.
Mountain Dew.
It's
Yeah, I
Mountain Dew without the brominated
No,
vegetable
it's not Mountain
oil.
Dew.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
That's it. What he said.
Brominated vegetable.
It's Mountain Dew without brominated vegetable oil.
There it is.
I
That's
wanted to say
exactly
that my whole life.
from a chemist standpoint. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's got the lemon lime texture and
Without that coating
the coating
on your
stick
tongue
to your
and
teeth.
esophagus.
Yep. Yeah.
It's
Now, if you got a cough, then by all means drink Mountain Dew. Let that vegetable oil coat the cough.
It reminds me of the what's the Mountain Dew clear one that just
Sprite.
came out? No.
No, I know what you're saying.
Lemon ice.
Yeah.
The ice one.
Sprite.
It's close to that. So it's close.
It's
Close
got
to Sprite.
clothes.
To
So it's refreshing
It's
soda.
got clothes to have.
I like
Man,
it better
it's been
than
a
the
long
orange
show.
vanilla Coke.
Yeah.
Much better.
I like it better
I
than.
think it's record things will come down.
Let me ask you this, Steve.
Okay.
Have you ever drank so much soda
Have you ever drank
that
so much
you had to
soda?
walk around behind somebody's house and pee about it?
No, I've never had to do that.
You've never had to.
You'll never see me do that.
You'll never see you walk behind
never,
a house.
Never.
Never, and have to.
All right, maybe this one time. Maybe just one time. I went to the side of Leach's Boss Man's house. Boss Man had a lot of cameras all over his house. You couldn't go anywhere without being on camera at Boss Man's house.
How many were zoomed in?
They all do that.
And how many?
They catch it. If they see a penis, they automatically zoom in to penis.
Let me just start here. Prostate. Oh, grapefruit.
Don't get prostate cancer because
No.
you know what happens if you get prostate cancer? Every time you go to the doctor, they look in your butt.
Yeah, but
Every time.
Every time. You don't want that.
this was good though. I've not seen this around a lot.
That's real
though.
good.
No.
No, it's pretty.
Check your convenience store. They might. I think
Yeah.
that's where I found these.
Let's
sodas.
get into the little chip chat.
Okay.
Now, for so to speak in chip chat, I card the idea of do we want to do
He ran it over.
I ran over the idea of doing like
That's
classic, so to speak, classic chip chat, or do we want to keep this mug going?
You got some
keep
pickles?
keep it rolling,
Right.
keep it moving,
Do you have some?
and that's been the mantra for this whole segment from the time we've started.
We tried.
People are like, there's no way there's that many chips. There's no many. There's no way.
There's no many.
There's no many. There's not. Dude told me across the hall. Told me today. There's no way there's that many chips.
I got news for you, son.
I got news for you, son.
We don't document this, but this has been documented, and we can tell you right now that there's still chips coming in.
Over 600.
We can't keep up.
And counting that we have documented chip-wise. Over 600 chips.
Pretty amazing.
Let's stop and take that in for a
It
second.
doesn't include pretzels. It doesn't include
No.
popcorn.
It doesn't include insects.
It's not a salty snack category. It's basically
Remember
chips
when we had those
of
bags
some
full of
type.
worms y'all tried?
That's on the best of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
That's
terrible.
crazy.
So,
man.
a couple weeks ago, I brought in a Ruffles chip because I was Frito-Lay has introduced a Ruffle, and it was like a ruffled kettle chip, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
It was extra crunchy, double crunch.
That was last week.
So I was in the store this week. I have some other chips to bring, but this is topical because this just came out. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" They've got more Lay's flavors.
Crazy.
And this is a kettle cooked. It says classic beer cheese. And I thought, that would be real appropriate for the 300th shows to do some beer cheese kettle cooked Lay's.
Absolutely.
That's BEER.
I mean, it looks like to me there are some other flavors.
Not BIER.
I saw a couple other flavors. There's a lime and sea salt. I've
No,
never been a huge
no,
lime.
Nope.
And this one's, I can't read. Can you read that? I don't have my glasses on.
Carl's exclaiming in the other
Lime
room.
salt.
What's this one right here? Sriracha?
Bull pickle.
Bull
Bull pickle.
I
Bull
think
pickle.
It's not quite that.
I think it is.
So, this is beer cheese.
Did you hear Carl exclaiming in the other room?
No.
He was exclaiming pretty hard.
Beer cheese? He says beer cheese. They get you some.
Kettle cooked ruffles?
No, Lay.
Oh, they're not ruffles.
Jay?
Good crispy chip.
Oh crap! Give me
It's
some more
got
of
that. Beer cheese got that sour cheese taste to it.
It's
Cheddar and sour cream.
Well, no.
It's like
You don't think
beer.
so?
A little on the sour side. Like,
It's like beer when you want chips.
But that definitely says
I get
cheddar and sour cream.
well, sure.
It's chips when you want beer.
But kettle.
Hell,
Yeah.
and more
Rooster.
more sour
Sourer.
than a regular cheddar sour cream.
Oh yeah.
Hats
It's
off to the
got
chemist at
quite a bit
Lay's.
of sour to it.
It's a good
Makes your
chip.
mouth water.
That's a good chip.
It's a good chip.
It's a real good chip.
They're good with beer.
Is it a 300 worth episode chip?
I would say so.
That's pretty good.
That's why I went with number one.
Yeah.
I used to work there.
You work at Lay's?
You know, it's weird. You know, like we said, thought about like, do we do a classic? Like soda and chip, like number one from all the years? Or do we just keep the machine moving? Man, there's something really said for just keeping the machine moving. That's what we do. You can't do that many chips. Fuck you. Yes, we can. Keep it moving. Yes, we can. There it is.
Amen.
Every week. There it is.
There it is.
No, there's not. Yes, there is. Right there. Man. Look here now.
You know,
Jay, let us
we
know
had
about
fun
it.
here tonight.
We had a lot of fun. If you want to have even more fun, come back tomorrow
Yeah,
morning.
that's right. 10 a.m. we'll be here.
10 a.m. tomorrow
Special
morning.
message. Cameraman will be here at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, I brought some air matches.
Carl will be here at 10 a.m. in the morning.
You brought air mattress?
Mm-hmm. I brought 2 of them.
Over all these years.
Through the years.
We've met a tremendous amount of great people. And we've talked about a tremendous amount of great albums. And shared a tremendous amount of great albums with one another. Record albums that we may not have known about. If not for Be For One Another.
Yeah.
I wrote a poem
And that
about
goes
it.
for everybody.
I wrote a poem about it. You
Nope.
wanna hear it?
Nope.
Through the years.
Nope.
We've shared all our insights.
No, I'm turning the microphone this
Is
way.
that a Kenny Rogers song?
No. You gotta know when to hold 'em.
The years.
Know when to fold 'em.
Wrap it. Wrap the show.
Know when to walk away.
Rap,
Wrap.
rap, rap, rap.
Know when to run.
I think it's time to walk away.
Yeah. But it's been.
Speaking of butt.
It's been incredible.
Is that butt done?
Thank you, everybody.
Is that butt ready?
From the people that join us live every week. From the
hoping-
people that catch us on the YouTube
I was hoping
every
the
week.
show finished.
From the people that catch us every other week on YouTube. Anybody that's ever checked us out for any amount of time, ever, taking any time out of your day to do what we do. It's incredible that you just hung around with us. And it's humbling and important.
And the
It's important.
appreciation is real.
Very humbling and important.
my life is ridiculous.
Ridiculous life.
And
it's going down a bad path.
It's going down a bad path, Jay says. But the only good path I have is the folks that join us here on Grown Man Record Night.
And Jesus Christ.
And Jesus Christ. That's 1 and 2. Numero uno.
Gotta flip-flop that.
That's a good way to end
Numero dos.
That's a good way to end the show.
Well, I went into. Sorry, everybody.
And fade to black. It's like, thank you.
I don't.
That's how you want to go off the air for your final show.
Yeah. I don't care nothing about my life.
That's a Barney Miller ending.
We're not really going for a Barney Miller ending here. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Clothing provided by Botany 500.
Botany 500.
Go to Men's Warehouse.
No. Fuck them. No. No.
They'll set you up.
I'm not allowing that.
They will get you.
No, I'm not allowing that.
Cufflinks.
No.
What about the corner store down here?
Tie.
We didn't mention
No,
we
I'm
didn't
not.
mention-
I'm
Pocket
We
square.
didn't mention the corner store.
All right. We'll see you next
Get your
week
chainsaw.
for number 301.
305.
Actually, after all
we're
this,
going by fives.
we realized that this is actually 303, but we ain't gonna tell
Are
them
you
about
serious?
It. Yeah.
Who counted?
I don't know.
Are you kidding me? We did like 300 like 3 episodes ago?
Are you counting Saturday nights?
What the hell?
Why don't you tell them that?
God, I hope
It's
it was
supposed to be a
good.
secret.
I'm really upset that you didn't tell us that before.
I might not.
We'll see you next
I might
time.
not have driven all the way down.
I might not have been here.
Come over to Twitch. We're gonna play some more records a little bit.
All right.
Starting with the Snakes of the Divine. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us.
All right. Butts.